Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for the Saturday Super Stream. And we're really going Saturday Super Stream today because we normally start at 2:30. But I've been trying to figure a way of, catching the early kickoff in the Championship. So what we're going to do on this Saturday Super Stream is we are going to look at the second half of Norwich City versus Middlesbrough. Players are just coming out right now, and then we can get into the teams for the 3 o'clocks, etc., etc. So we will be broadcasting 1 hour longer. I'm going to be sat here for 3.5 hours. So welcome. You may want to dip in and out. We'll see how this goes. If it goes well, this will be the plan going forward. They are literally about to kick off the second half in Carrow Road. So please let me know that you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. I've just been enjoying some time with the missus and had lunch. I have not watched the first half. So anybody keeping in touch with this one who wants to give us an update, please feel free. There are the teams, and it looks like a fun one from Neil Warnock. That looks like a 4-5-1 with double fullbacks there. Boller and Johnson down one side and Fisher and Spence down the other. So it looks pretty defensive from Borough. The Norwich team looks excellent, and a debut from Giannoulis down in that left-back position. Krull, Aarons, Hanley, Gibson, Giannoulis, Rupp, and Skip, double pivot. Buendia, Vrancic, Campbell, Pookie back up top for Norwich. For Borough, Bettinelli, Fisher, debut. Fry with eyeball intact, fingers crossed. McNair, I'm not joking about it, you know what I'm saying there. Boller. Then the double fullbacks in a 4-5-1, it looks like Johnson and Spence. A tight central midfield, 3 of House and Morsey Saville. No number 10 in there. And Yannick Bolasie will be making his debut as well today. Here is Bolasie on the edge of the Norwich box, but he's crowded out and he's committed a foul there. Before we get into the hellos and all of that business, let's give a big shout out to David, who is our fan sponsor for the Saturday Super Stream. Fan of the channel, happy to support great content. Thank you so much, David, for getting him involved. His team, Watford, will not be featuring today. They're playing on Monday night against Queen's Park Rangers. Have a quick gander down the bottom. You can support via Super Chat any point in the broadcast. First Super Chat in a stream becomes the king of the bin and owns the sponsorship for the Fake News Sin Bin, which is normally at its busiest on a Saturday Super Stream, I have to say. You can also get involved via Patreon. We're building up the Patreon exclusive content over there. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And if I flash up down the bottom there, you will see today's games. In the main, they are the 3 o'clocks, with just the exception of this one, Norwich and Middlesbrough, that we are looking at now. Nice ball into the front there, laid off. Todd Cantwell, low shot, drags that one wide. In the Premier League, the dearly departed there, Sheffield United visit Manchester City, and a dearly departed derby, which hopefully someone will watch for us because that is broadcasting on BT or on Sky. West Brom versus Fulham. Big game down the bottom. We do not want an unhelpful draw for the sake of either team there. Norwich, Middlesbrough, you can see there is 0-0, 47. 56 gone in that one. Nil looks a bit attack against defence from the 2 minutes I've seen thus far. Birmingham, Coventry in the weird St Andrews derby. Blackburn, Luton. I can tell you, living near Luton, it's a good thing Luton weren't playing at home today because it stormed and rained for about 12 hours straight overnight, and Northampton's cancelled up the road there. So they would have been struggling, I suspect, at the Kenny. Brentford, Wickham. Cardiff, Millwall in the Mick McCarthy derby. Derby, Bristol City. Huddersfield, Stoke. Forest, Barnsley. Second place, Swansea go to inform Rotherham. 7 points in 3 for them. Sheffield, Wednesday, Preston. And Will it be Paul Lambert's last game? Crew versus Ipswich. Here comes Buendia on the edge of the box. Nice little ball in. Knocked out to Skip, who's offside. Is he? No. Play has gone on, and it's a goal kick. The Borough players look accusingly at the linesman. I think maybe Pookie got in the linesman's way, possibly there. Let's have a look at this one. Buendia, typically excellent drive forward by him. Skip's not offside, actually. Good call by the linesman there. Fisher on the cover is playing him on. So I stand corrected. Let's have a little hello in the comments. Mr. Stroud. Mr. Stroud seems to have turned over a new leaf, doesn't he? But there we go. Afternoon, Liam. Comment of the day there. The best championship YouTuber. Hi to Carl. Afterwards, everyone. Are you offering us out for a fight, Mr. E? There we go. He's corrected himself. Nick. Hello. Hello to Graphics. Hello, Russ, our sponsor for the review show. That may well be in the evening tomorrow. I'm on Blue Monday duty. Borough completely shutting us down. Norwich poor so far. Norwich 70% possession in the first half. Nice. Kieran Dow is getting ready. Norwich can flex their squad strength muscle here, and looks like they're going to bring in Kieran Dowell. Chris, there we go. Fark won't be happy. Sluggish. Borough blocked up the midfield. Stop balls between the line. Most notable thing Buendia has done is to be booked. Stroud impeccable. Poor. There you go. So it looks like Mr. Warnock's come for a 0-0, does it? Here's Morsey down the right. Spence is up with him. Just goes out of play. Giannoulis, who I'm seeing for the first time, who will be an expensive left back, we think, 6-7 million quid for him if and when Norwich get promoted. That deal will go through, unless we get the Jean-Kevin Augustin thing and somehow it's weaseled out of, but we will see. Afternoon to Joel. Stephen says, decent first half for us. Really good man-to-man marking. Interesting. Is that these central midfielders then? Oh, here we go. The pedants are out. I'm going to say Giannoulis because I couldn't give a crap about the pronunciation. So I'll just say it as it's spelt because I'm an Englishman living in England, watching an English football team. Across the box. Oh, big chance for Borough there. Saville in the box. He was offside, though. Hey, guys, long time no see. Dreading Preston today. I think Sheffield Wednesday fans dread everything. BBC One, is it? Wow. Okay. Someone will definitely be watching West Brom and Fulham for us on BBC One. We have our king. Oh, my God. Talking of pronunciations. Yeah. Yin Shingo in TV is the king of the bin, which is very, very scary for me. But thank you very, very much for the super chat. I'll drink some coffee to that. Let's have a look here. Hanley steps out into Rupp. Very, very congested. If this was the pattern for the first half, well done, you lot who have done 52 minutes of this. Slip through to Cantwell. Cantwell into the box looking for Pookie, and it is cleared by Dale Fry. I'm assuming this was the pattern, was it? 10 behind the ball for Borough and stop, start. If you want to give us a pronunciation, kind of say that out loud, that would be lovely. Stan says Fisher and Boller have been marking Cantwell and Buendia. Okay. So let me just have a look at this lineup. Yes, sorry, we'll answer the super chat question in a second. So are they the actual fullbacks or are they the spare fullbacks? Sorry, let me just look that up. Fisher and Boller. Okay, they're the actual fullbacks. That's interesting. So Norwich just need to then... Oh, I see. And then Spence and Johnson follow the actual fullbacks. Interesting. I suppose Norwich can expect this, given their dominance in the league. Will Swansea win today? I had them by 1. I think they visit Rotherham, don't they? the Swans. Right, let's get a good look at this game then. Pookie plays that one down the line. Out it goes. He was looking for Cantwell. And there is Neil Warnock. Giving some instruction there to Darnell Fisher. Although it sounds like from what you guys are saying, the instruction is don't let Todd Cantwell out of your sight. Thrown down the line by Fisher. He gets it back, headed forward. Balassi tries to take on Grant Hanley. Hanley goes down, no foul given. Referee Stroud let an advantage go. And Balassi has been penalised. 54-35 gone in this one. Afternoon, I'm not in the door yet. Come on, you baggies. Wow. On BBC, Hamza. Make sure you watch that for us. Maxwell. Did you see Chansiri hit back at evil, disloyal and selfish Alonso? Oh, dear. Yes, I think we can trust Mr. Chansiri's press conferences as much as Mr. Warnock after a defeat. Buendia, lovely ball inside. Here is Giannoulis. Rupp, shots blocked, and it's going to go out for a corner. Plenty of bodies in the way. You can see Norwich scoring from a deflection in this game, can't you, given the amount of bodies back. Flipped in to Giannoulis again. And over the top it goes. 55-28 gone. Thank you, everybody who joined me last night for a brilliant performance by Reading, particularly in that first half against Bournemouth. Let's bring up the live league table. You can see that a draw here today, even if Norwich don't break down Borough, wouldn't be the end of the world. They'll go 7 points clear, and they've put a real marker down. Akpom is on for Balassi. Up top for Borough, Balassi making his debut today. I'm sure Borough will take a clean sheet in this one. Move them on to 40, and given Bournemouth's poor form and their opponents today, I'm sure they'd be very, very happy with this. Afternoon, Ben. Buzzing after last night. My question is, would you say there's a good chance of autos? Here is Akpom into the box. I think referee Stroud tried to play an advantage there, and it's out for a goal kick. I'm not there yet with Reading for automatics. Alistair, I have to say, don't want to pee on your strawberries, so to speak. I can understand Reading fans getting really excited, and rightly so. Brilliant performance, particularly first half last night. However, I think they're the real deal for playoffs. That's where I am with them at the moment. But hey, they've proved everybody wrong so far, and they could continue to do so. But perhaps automatics might be one stretch too far. However, playoffs would be a brilliant finish for Reading. Anyway, now space for Giannoulis. Plays it into the middle, and looking for Pookie. Cleared. Cantwell's come really deep. I assume to lose his man marker there. And Borough win it back. Here they come on the counter with literally nobody available. Howson plays it into McNair, who's coming forward down the left-hand side. He's got Johnson with him. He goes inside to Saville, who does indeed go out to Johnson. Borough moving the ball around, but it's almost like they'd rather be defending. However, they've got McNair into a crossing position here. Can they generate a set play here? Good football by Borough. Saville into the box, driven by Saville. Breaks for Johnson. Good defending by Vrancic, but he's conceded a corner. Good work there by Middlesbrough. Some good football. We have seen some good football from Borough this season. It's not all been long throws and balls into the channel, has it? Let's just add to this stream. So it's Norwich 0, Middlesbrough 0. We'll add that up on there. So corner for Borough, 58-28 gone. Fry is with Rupp on the back post. Corner taken short to Johnson. In it goes, looking for Fry on the back post. That's a poor set play from Borough. out it goes, and no doubt Borough players will now sprint to get back into shape. Ben, did you do a 5-minute champ preview video? I didn't this weekend, David. Sorry, ran out of time yesterday. My apologies. Here is Vrancic looking for Cantwell. Morsey snaps in there. Cantwell's going to foul him. No, Morsey stays on his feet. Here's Saville. Cantwell's going to try and foul Saville now. But Saville does well to play into House, and some experienced central midfielders in for Borough. I do have all of my predictions on this pad somewhere. Another corner for Borough. Let me see if I can find them. David, my apologies. We got the dearly departed one up, didn't we? But not the other one. My apologies. What have we got? Sorry, this pad is so full of stuff, and I try and use up the spare pages. I think, no, that's last week's. Corner for Borough, 60 minutes gone in this one. They're going to put it straight in the box this time after the short corner did not work last time out. Plenty of players in the 6-yard box for Borough. In goes the corner-headed goal, was an easily caught by Tim Krul. I think I'm close. I can feel it, he says. No, I've literally got to the start of the pad. Oh, dear. I will find it, I promise. There you go. Right, the predictions yesterday. We'll do these nice and swiftly after this attack here. Borough coming forward with Howson. Howson to Spence down the right. Spence into the box, headed out only as far as Johnson. Johnson on the left foot, deflected and easily gathered. Again by Tim Krul. Norwich Borough, I had home. Rotherham Swansea, I had away. Watford QPR, home. Brentford Wickham, home. Reading Bournemouth, home. Got that one right. Derby Bristol City, draw. Huddersfield Stoke, draw. Blackburn Luton, home. Wednesday Preston, away. Forest Barnsley, away. Cardiff Millwall, draw. Birmingham Coventry, away. Well, away after a fashion, that one. Yeah, my apologies for not getting that one out. Foul on the far side by Janulis. Borough doing all right in this half, which means Norwich will probably score in about 5 minutes, doesn't it? Stephen, indeed, says, come on, Borough. You know, Norwich will S-house a 1-0 win in the 86th minute. They always get the job done in the Championship to Norwich. Thanks for that. Any help with the bet? You know I like an acca or two. Let us know what you went for, David. Thank you again to David, who's our Super Stream sponsor for the season. Thank you so much, sir. Free kick popped in by Borough. I think it was Buendia who headed it away. Nice feat by McNair, chased by Cantwell. McNair goes long, looking for Akpom. Akpom gets a good flick, actually. Rutt back defending, headed clear by Janulis. Advantage played by referee Stroud, and Boller has it just inside his own half. Goes outside to Johnson. Here comes Boller forward. Good run. Not the best tracking from Vrancic, but not the best cross either. Grant Hanley intercepts that, and Vrancic is in the right back position, and he's got little option there other than to boot down the line, and it's headed back, and it's going to be a throw-in to Norwich. 63-10 gone in this one. Warnock's made a move from the bench. We assume Farker will in short order, as Dale Fry heads that one back home to Marcus Bettinelli in goal for Borough. As the clock ticks down, it's going to suit Warnock, isn't it? Who do Ipswich have this afternoon? It's on the bottom there, Ollie. Crew away. And those of us who believe that Paul Lambert had 3 games to go, this is the 3rd, and he's lost the first 2. So there we go. Tim Krul's Cruyff turn is the best thing this match has given us. Nice. Thrown down the line by Borough. Hanley strong. Good play by him. Gets it back to Krull. Ollie replies, oh, crap. Long term, that may not be a bad thing. Cantwell goes down. Referee Stroud waves play on in typically ostentatious fashion. Good word for a musician, wasn't it, eh? McNair plays that one back to Bettinelli. 64-30 up on the clock. Anybody watching wants a time sync, let me know and we will do one. I think a lot of people like me to do one, wouldn't they? Hey? Crew 3, Ipswich 1. Not beyond the realms of possibility. Crew are my second favourite team. Great club, Crew, aren't they? Some of the players they've produced over the years. Goodness me. Imagine a Crew all-time 11. That'd be quality, wouldn't it? Krull comes out from goal. Hanley at centre-half. Dare I say, if this is a successful venture for Borough here in terms of a clean sheet, we might see the double fullbacks deployed by more Championship managers. Although the concentration and the effort to defend like this for 90 minutes, goodness me. Skip down the line to Aarons. Cantwell, who I'd imagine is probably going to get frustrated fairly soon. He's not getting a lot of the ball. Here comes Akpom. Referee Stroud has given an advantage. Akpom drives forward, plays it to Morsey. Not a good ball by Akpom. Morsey manages to get the cross in. Aarons on the cover. Good play by him. Heads it clear. I think referee Stroud might be about to get the cards out here. There was a late tackle on George Saville in the previous phase of play. Saville is yelling and screaming at referee Stroud, as many people end up doing. Oh, wow. Red card for Emi Buendia. He's got that in his locker with that temperament. He's a brilliant player. He's just got a second yellow. Daniel Farker looks absolutely furious with Buendia, who has been sent off now. Norwich have lost their best player here. 66 minutes 40 gone. Now, what will Warnock do against 10? Because the setup was for it against 11. Let's have a look. Not the best angle. See if Sky can give us a better one there. Buendia sliding in. There's not a lot in that, I have to say. Buendia and Saville. I mean, it's clumsy by Buendia. Maybe under endangering opponent, it's a yellow, but dare I say, that looks quite harsh, actually, I have to say. There we go. Did Nick Powell come from Crewe? Yes, he did. 25 goal a season central midfielder, wasn't he? Iain says, defend. Yeah, it's almost like they don't want to change their system. Norwich are still capable of picking them off with 10, which they're going to have to play for the remaining 25 minutes of this one. And, of course, Buendia will miss the next Norwich game. Is that against Swansea? Let's have a look. No, away at Millwall. But remember, Norwich's points per game with and without Emi Buendia is comically different, isn't it? Just Warnock to bring on Watmore now. Yeah, he's having a great season, Watmore, isn't he? Fry to Johnny Howson. Used to play for Norwich, didn't he? Long one forward, headed away. Can Borough make their extra man count? Won't be overturned, Anir, because it's 2 yellows. You can't appeal a yellow card. So he will definitely miss the next game. Mario Vrancic is going off. Placheta is coming on. That makes some sense. Vrancic, 10 against 11, is not the guy you want on the pitch. Really good player, but Placheta's got speed and can dribble with the ball. So, James Garner having a medical at Forest after a loan spell. Interesting, because Forest need more central midfielders, don't they? He won't be able to play on Tuesday. First Championship player to be sent off twice this season. Borough into the box here. Ooh, that was cut back. Saville was lurking. Good play by Hanley, who cuts it out. Long one forward, looking for Pookie. That one's going out for a throw-in to Borough. Watmore was Borough's best player against us. Out of the Swansea game, Russ, wouldn't it be the would it not be the Millwall game? Here is really bad news for Norwich if it is the Swansea game. Is that what Russ is saying? Second red card of the season, they might add an extra game on. Interesting. Thank you, Russ. Didn't know that. Did not know. That's really bad news for Norwich. I would say Norwich are 15% less good when Buendia doesn't play. Rephrase that. They're 15% better. No, that's not the same thing, is it? You know what I mean. Here comes Placheta. Just holds on to that too long. Fisher tangling legs there. Here's Cantwell, who's got to not lose his head in this game. He looks like he was cutting a frustrating figure. Great ball by Cantwell through Saville's legs. Hanley plays that down the line where Max Aarons would normally be. But it's 10 versus 11 today. Opinions on Lansbury. I know you give full detail, but just quick thoughts. Yeah, like him. He just hasn't played for so long, has he, Annie? Really good for... where was he before he went to Villa? Was it Forest? He was like the captain and the playmaker there, wasn't he? So, Wednesday, Derby, Birmingham, Brentford, Blackburn, Millwall, Stoke, Swans and Forest draw. Wow. Ka-ching. Go for it, David. Norwich will be happy with a point now, surely. I just don't think Daniel Farker operates that way, does he? I think their pattern of play is literally designed to attack and that's it. So they'll still keep coming, won't they? Yeah, Forest, thank you. Can Reading do it on a cold day in Stoke? Is that the next game, Alistair? Skip plays that back to Krull, who clears left-footed. Headed down by Fisher. Saville, good turn there. He's surely fouled. No, yes. Oh, no. Foul given against Saville there. And a yellow card's come out, I think, for George Saville. I must have missed that. He must have gone down and then pulled back the Norwich player. Daniel says, my throat still hurts after yesterday's result. Up the ding. What a first half that was, hey? Brilliant from Reading yesterday. Do you think Tyndall's job as at Bournemouth could be insecure after a bad run? No. And I thank Chris for this insight, who's in the chat normally. Oh, here come Norwich. Placheta, left-hand side of the box, driven across. Good effort by Placheta there, not far wide. Caught the keeper out. Let me know. You don't need to give me the whole teams. I've just got the Ipswich Town team just been sent. But any big team news, do let me know. And we'll go through all the teams. The 2 o'clock kickoffs coming out. Newcastle United have just taken the lead at Everton. That could be a really bad goal for one of, well, whoever loses out of Fulham and West Brom if there's a decisive result. Miles Kenlock returns for Ipswich. Wow. So does Freddie Sears. Yes, interesting. Into the channel for Akpom to Chase, Krill gathers that easily. Who scored for Everton? Anybody? Stan says, Borough have been in the ref's ear all game. A red was very predictable. Yes, we have two benches here, in the Carrow Road bench and a Neil Warnock bench, who will not be backward in coming forward, let's just say, when fouls are given. We know what both of those benches are like, Stan, don't we? Wilson, excellent. He's had a good season, actually, Callum Wilson, considering the scraps that he is playing off. Owen has got you a Forest team there. Thank you. Krissy, Worrell, Figueredo, Bongso, Cafu, Amiobi. Kravinovic starts. Knockout, Graben. We'll have a look at the shapes and everything after this one has finished. It's just gone 2 o'clock here. Johnson coming forward into the box, driven in low, goes loose, and a goal kick. Darnell Fisher coming in on that one, puts it over the top. 74 minutes and 50 gone. The big news from this game is that Emi Buendia has received 2 yellow cards. And from what we understand, with it being his second red card of the season, he's not only going to miss the game against Millwall, but the key game at the top of the table against Swansea. Todd Cantwell has come on for Ernel Hernandez. Another sensible call by Norwich manager Farker there. He's just bringing his pacey players on and his dribblers, being he's got 10 against 11 here. Iain has sent me the Millers team. That's just loading up on my phone. Blackman, McDonald, Wood, Wiles, Lindsay, Harding, Ihekwa, McDonald, Olasunde, Smith, Crooks, Rotherham in great form at the moment. Akpom in the box. Johnson knocks that one back to Saville, back to Johnson. Aarons stands him up. Inside it goes to Boller, and Norwich defending that one well. Fry plays it to McNair. Borough are getting a bit of territory now with this 10 against 11. Looking down the line there, Spence. And it was Fisher who couldn't quite get in. A lot of territory here for Borough now. Boller to Howson. Pookie closes him down. Big diagonal across, looking for Johnson. Aaron's little flick header. It's gone to Johnson, who tries to cross it. That must have taken a deflection. If not, it's just a hopeless cross. I stand corrected. It was just a hopeless cross. There we go. Alex has got a Wednesday team for us there. Westwood, Palmer, Lees. I can never say that guy's name. Hagide. Someone helped me with that the other day, didn't they? Penny, Pelopesse, Hutchison, Kachunga, Bannon, Reach, Patterson. I feel sick, says Alex. Chris says, thought the second yellow for Buendia was a little harsh. Agreed. Yeah, I didn't see a lot in that one. Really clumsy at worst, wasn't it? So the more red cards, the more games they miss. Yes. Who was it? Was it Ben Pearson or was it Darnell Fisher for Preston, who ended up having like a 8-match ban or something stupid when they got to 20 yellow cards and 2 reds or something ridiculous? I'm pulling numbers out my backside, but you know what I mean. George Evans to Millwall. Has that gone through? I promise we will. Honestly now, it's more than likely. I didn't get a good night's sleep last night, so it's more than likely the transfer update video will occur on Monday morning. Good run there by Mark Boller. A bit selfish in the end there. He went for the shot. Bit of a lame duck effort. Come on, Norwich, says Jeff, with his Bristol City hat on there. Guido says, Swansea 11 there. Thank you, Guido. Woodman, Roberts, Cabango, Bennett, Guay, Bidwell, Hurahan, Grimes, Danda starts there today. AU and Lowe. I guess they feel they can go a bit more attacking than they did against Brentford. Anir has sent me the Bristol City team. We'll have a look at all of these properly. I'll just bang through them and see if there's any what we would consider surprises. McNair hooks that one clear. Had to get that one right. Akpom against Skip. Falls for Howson. Good feet by Howson. Just sidesteps Skip nicely there. Borough having all the possession now. Here's Johnson, high up on the left-hand side. And given away by McNair. And he's fouled Pookie surely there. Thank you, Anna. Here's your Bristol City team. Bentley, Hunt, Callis, Mawson, Rowe, Viner, Naj, Semenyo, Palmer, Wells, and Jeju. The Norwich players presumably want referee Stroud to send off a Middlesbrough player to even things up here. 79-47 gone. Hamza's got a West Brom team for us there. Johnston, O'Shea, Ajay, Bartley. That's a return for Bartley, isn't it? Furlong, Gibbs, Gallagher, Livermore, Snodgrass, Pereira, Robinson. Those of us who thought Sawyers would be dropped were right, Hamza, weren't we? B's 11, Raya, Dalsgaard, Pinnock, Sorensen, Henry, Jensen, De Silva, Godos, Fosu, Canios, Tony. So Godos coming into the first team there. Inside to Howson. Howson plays that one down the line. Morsey, right-hand side of the box. Morsey tries to get the cross in, deflected. Now, can Norwich launch a counter? Tim Krill wanted to, and the rest of his teammates weren't up for that one. It's thrown out to Aaron's. Norwich with 10, and obviously with, the best player's been sent off, looking a little bit less their normal selves. Hanley plays that one back to Krill. Poor kick by Krill, turned straight over, and here's Akpom, sort of in the 10 position. Morsey, edge of the D. Morsey out to Saville. Saville to Howson. Howson into the box. Dinks that to the back post. Nice ball. Help back in. Good defending by Gibson there. Spence recycling that one beautifully there. And Gibson was alive to the danger. Borough need to win this game, says David, who, if any, will nick a goal. Come on, this is Norwich in the Championship, even without Buendia and 10 men. He did well to keep that in, Spence. No, he didn't, in fact. The linesman, I didn't see in the background there, flagging for a goal kick to Norwich City. As Pookie chases after that one, and Fry boots that one clear. Neil Warnock yells, "How's that a foul?" Warnock animated as ever on the touchline. Long one forward, looking for Plachette. A brilliant first touch by him. Stands up Fisher. Fisher does well to win the tackle. Howson snaps into the next ball there. Rupp, Giannoulis, and Fisher gets that one out, and for a Norwich throw-in. Hernandez, Giannoulis down the left for Norwich, trying to launch an attack. A good one too there. Giannoulis into the box. Not a good cross though. And Boller can help that away up the line. And a lovely ball actually by him. And here is Johnson, who's going to try and run Skip. He made that quite easy for Skip there. And Skip makes the slide tackle. Chris says, last 5 games between these sides have been 1-0 to Norwich. There you go. Norwich in the Championship. You wouldn't write it off, would you? Even with 10. 83 minutes and 10 seconds gone. 0-0. Norwich down to 10. Buendia sent off and will apparently miss the next 2 games. Big tackle by Sammy Morsey. I have to say, Lucas Rupp completely bottled that one. He didn't bottle the second one, though. Well won back by Rupp. Skip. Gibson and Rupp goes home. Krill slips over as he gives that out. but Norwich have managed to play out to Hanley. Howson continues the pressing. Boller tight on Onel Hernandez, who plays it back to Hanley. And Tim Krill boots it down the ground. Pookie chests that one off. Good play by the Finn. Aarons plays back. Norwich just with 10, obviously, unable to get their normal rotation and find space here. They are still, however, patiently moving the ball. Good football by the Canaries. But in the end, Fisher steps in and makes the tackle. Here come Norwich down the left, actually. They've got an overload. Giannoulis is in if Pookie can play him. He cannot, though. Saville knocks it back and lumped clear by Borough. Still look a dangerous prospect, Norwich, when they do get the passing going, which they just have done over the last 60 seconds. Really bad touch by Hanley there now. Here comes Howson. Howson's got Akpom with him. Howson comes in. Little slip there, and Howson with the curler. He just didn't look like he fancied that, did he? At all. He tried the shot, but didn't look confident of scoring there. Really poor from Hanley in the first instance. Just bobbles up, hits his shin. I'm sure he'll blame the pitch for that one. 85 minutes and 10 seconds have gone. 0-0. Darnell Fisher has gone down. If fans were allowed in stadiums, and as a Cheltenham fan, I could use a local bus service to go to the away fixture for Forest Green from Cheltenham. Lovely stuff. Go on, Iain. You like your 0-0s. This is the Saturday Super Stream, not a watch along. Hey, and I haven't watched all of it, so. But how big a signing could Hurahan be for Swansea? Yeah, if they keep him fit, I think he'll make a difference, won't he? You're always looking to strengthen when you are strong. Adam Ida has come on for Teemu Pukki. Daniel Farker has just put all his sort of fast players and runners on now with Plachetta, Ida, and Hernandez. Makes all the sense in the world. If Newcastle win, that's huge for the bottom three, isn't it? Indeed. Must win for both between West Brom and Fulham. And I agree with you. If it wasn't already, even more so now, a must win. 86-43 on the clock. This is the point where Norwich normally get a deflected winner or a penalty in these games, don't they? But they're not as dominant with 10 against 11 as you would imagine in this one. Borough have just made a substitution, which I completely missed. My apologies. I think Hayden Coulson has come on for Darnell Fisher and has won a free kick already. Dale Fry has now gone down. The second Borough player in the last couple of minutes to go down. Stan says Pookie might have felt his left side prior to coming off. We've entered Norwich territory. You know they'll have a chance, don't you? They always have a chance. Was that Stan? Was that Pookie's injury prior to this? Players like Hurahan and Lansbury with their experience were invaluable in the Championship. Agreed. Yeah. How fit is Lansbury, though? Buendia, first yellow card. Well, that was far more a yellow card than the second one. I mean, he's a little bit late. It's a little bit clumsy, but not sure. Not sure on that second one. But he's been red carded. Dale Fry stays down, so we're probably going to get 4 or 5 minutes stoppage time in this one. Borough are going to make another substitution. Fry, still sporting a black eye from last week, comes off. I think Duncan Watmore came on. Sky are not really up with the programme here on the substitutions here. There we go. Yeah, it was Watmore. So read into that what you will. Watmore straight into the action. Flicked header, but Adam Ida gets that one clear. As we come up to the end of the 90 minutes. Clipped down the line by Boller. Watmore tangling with Aarons there. Aarons holds his face. But it's gotten clear to Hernandez. Ooh, and a slip there by Spence. Could that be a vital one? I was going to say someone needs to foul Unel Hernandez, who'd got away there. And Johnny Howson does just that. And rightfully is booked. He knew what he was doing there, Howson, didn't he? Just completely trips him, doesn't he? We are over the 90 minutes. How much stoppage time will there be? 5 minutes. And will Norwich score in it? Max Aarons has gone down here holding his face. The normal Norwich dictate is to win the game in stoppage time, but Aarons is... actually, to be fair to Aarons, he's got a bloodied nose there, so he's definitely been caught by something. Hopefully, he's okay. The game still not going. Watmore... it's just his hand as he's trying to keep his balance there. Nothing in that one, I don't think. To be fair, Aaron's had hold of his shirt as the hand comes out as well. Aaron's stays down. Looks a bit groggy, actually. Let's hope for his sake that just caught him awkwardly rather than really hurt him. Lord Bloom on a Saturday afternoon. Does it get any better? Comment of the day, Ben. Thank you. This one's going to go way over the 5 minutes of stoppage time because we literally haven't seen a ball kicked so far. Aaron's does look a bit groggy there, so maybe that hurt more than it looked. You never can tell, can you? Well, it goes to show you never can tell. The game's been dead over 2 minutes now. Aaron's going to have to change his shirt, presumably because it's bloodied. And like a trooper, he's going to continue. He does look groggy, poor guy. A free kick to Norwich that Giannoulis knocks forward, headed away by Johnny Howson. Giannoulis is fouled there by Hayden Coulson. And another free kick to Norwich. Couldn't be a boxer, not much of a chin. But it looks more like one of those little wiry UFC fighters, doesn't he? Big one into the box there. Grant Hanley jumps and goes down. Ben Gibson appeals for what would have been the most far-fetched penalty, I think, of the season. And a big goal kick. And we've got Watmore against Aarons, part 2. Aarons does very well. Good little battle there. A late cameo in this game for Duncan Watmore. Here's Howson in the centre circle. Plays that back to Boller. Boller into McNair. Back into Howson. Borough keeping the ball. Norwich in shape. I suspect both teams would take 0-0 now. Clipped over the top. Good ball for Akpom, but Akpom had just run offside. And in the 90th minute, it is Everton 0, Newcastle 2. Very bad news for the dearly departed. We could have 3 of the 5 dearly departed being relegated, couldn't we? The current bottom 3 are all dearly departed teams. Sheffield United, West Brom and Fulham. West Brom and Fulham play today. Newcastle had been sinking, but that's going to be a really great result for them. Adam Ida has been penalised by referee Stroud. Guess what? The Norwich bench are all up. I don't know why they have seats on the Norwich bench at Carrow Road. Long goal kick from Marcus Bettinelli. Janulis heads that one away. Here's Coulson. Coulson trying to generate some space. Howson's got it now. Howson tries to put the cross in. Corner to Borough. Be very interested to see how many they put in the box for this one. Who's the best dearly departed team, Villa or Leeds? We're very, very proud of both of them, I will say. Hopefully, they're both on their way to mid-table finishes this season and establish themselves in the Premier League. Late corner for Borough. In it goes to the near post. Good header away by Adam Ida. Quick throw in to Spence. Can Spence get the cross in? Plays it back to Coulson. Great press by Norwich. It's broken for Spence on the edge of the box, though. That's poor from Spence. Didn't want to turn that ball over there. And they need to win it back now because Norwich have got a pretty healthy-looking counter on there. Nervous moments for Borough. Coulson again has it down the right. He hoists it down the line. Remember, there was 5 minutes stoppage time given in this one. But Max Aarons was down for the first sort of 2 minutes of that. So we're probably going to go for at least another 45 seconds, I would have thought. 95:53 on the clock. We'll see what referee Stroud makes of the injury time. Johnson, pretty poor ball. That just floats it aimlessly into the box. And Ida grabs it. Max Aarons just hoofs that one forward. Spence being chased down by Plachetta. Newcastle have won 2-0 at Everton. We will see what that does to the table. It's broken to Morsey now, edge of the box. And referee Stroud has given a free kick against Ollie Skip there. So shades of Norwich's game against Derby, because I think the last kick of the game is going to be a free kick. Let's see if Stroud got this one right. Morsey stretches away. Well, Skip clips him and gets nowhere near the ball. So there you go. Daniel Farker rubs his eyes. He doesn't believe that one. Newcastle end 11-game winless run. I suspect there's only one kick of the game left here. Norwich fans will remember Mario Vrancic in very similar situations, scoring one of these. I was in the stadium, actually, against Sheffield Wednesday, covering that game. Johnson is there. McNair is there. I don't think they've got time to do anything other than shoot from here. Norwich have a 4-man wall, and they've got a low blocker behind it as well, as is the general state of defending free kicks now. So probably the last kick of the game here. Looks like McNair or Johnson. McNair's going to take it. McNair puts it into the wall. And referee Stroud blows for full time. Middlesbrough 0. Norwich 0, Middlesbrough 0 in our second half watch along here. I think Neil Warnock came for 0-0. He got 0-0. The result in isolation is not the end of the world for Norwich. Losing Emi Buendia for Millwall away and then Swansea away is not good news because we all know Norwich's points per game with Buendia and without Buendia, and obviously going against the direct rival like Swansea, that is going to be all the more tricky without him. Let's have a look at the numbers, and then we can get into looking at the 3 o'clock games. And you will see Norwich 62% possession, but Borough 12 shots, 3 on target. Norwich no shots on target in this game. So maybe the double fullbacks and Cantwell substituted and Buendia sent off. Maybe you have to give Warnock a tick in the box there. 7 corners to 3 for Borough. It says Borough hit woodwork. Was that in the first half? I don't remember seeing that. But then again, I didn't watch the first half. Let's have a look here. Like I say, Norwich been in such good form. They can absorb a 0-0 draw for sure. But how will they go without Buendia? That's the question, because they've barely been without him in the Championship, have they? I remember he got sent off at the end of the 18-19 season, and they didn't win any of those games, did they? This season, he wasn't around for a bit at the start. We'll see how they go in the next 2 games. Borough on a pretty poor run, but given Bournemouth's poor run above them, they move within 2 points of Bournemouth. Bristol City, however, can go above Borough later on today, and Stoke can join them, and with a big win could go past them. Let's have a look at your comments, and then we'll have a look at the 3 o'clocks. Given the context of the game, I'll take a draw. Frustrating one. Ref was comical. Well, welcome to referee Stroud. Hey, good point for us. Looking forward to our run-in. Feb, as Warnock stated. Yeah, happy with that result, says Siege. I'm sure all the Borough fans are well happy with that. Is Keith Stroud the little F? Everyone on this channel knows who Keith Stroud is. Russ, abysmal from Norwich. Don't feel it was a second yellow. I agree with you. I don't think it was a yellow, was it? It was, I suppose they could justify it on endangering the opponent because his knee hits him. It's not a yellow card, is it, though? Norwich not good enough to win, but Stroud is moronic. Lovely stuff. Newcastle, the Graham Jones effect. We'll have a look at the bottom of the Premier League table in a minute. Middlesbrough were decent when it was 11 versus 11. Yeah. Liam, that is complete fake news. Absolute fake news. This is not a watch-along today. And as you know, 10 out of our last 11 games, only 1 in the last 11 watch-alongs has ended 0-0. So I would kindly ask you, Liam, to stop slandering and besmirching the good name of our watch-alongs. Here. Buendia wants to be a red. Come to Arsenal. There we go. I'm sure a few Premier League teams would take him. Joe, I know what you mean, but I can't read that. But I do agree with you. Deserved point for both teams. Take a point from a poor display. Absolutely. Any more on this Norwich game? I wish we could get something from Carrow Road. Put it this way, not many teams will get something from Carrow Road in the remainder of this season. Right. Norwich Borough has ended 0-0, or as Mick McCarthy would say, 0-0. Let's have a look at our 3 p.m. kickoffs now. We'll have a look. We've already had a look at the live league table. Let's see what Swansea are up to in second place. They visit in form Rotherham. Rotherham have 7 points from 3 and generally are quite hard work to play against at home, aren't they? There's your 2 teams there. Second place Swansea, Woodman in goal. Bennett returns, Cabango and Guay. Carl Norton obviously suspended after the other night. Grimes, Danda and Hurahan. So no Fulton there. Obviously Jay Fulton would hope that's not the new midfield now Hurahan has signed. But I wouldn't expect that to be the shape either. You'd expect Danda to play 10 and Hurahan to be alongside Grimes. Call me pedantic, OCD. 2 left-footed central midfielders and a double pivot. Come on, we prefer a right foot and a left footer, don't we? But there we go. Bidwell and Roberts, the excellent wing-backs. Lowe and Ayew, the excellent forward-thinking players there. For Rotherham, looks like the key player is Matt Crooks now, the number 10, who has been supporting Michael Smith and getting goals. Blackman in goal, Heckworth, Wood, McDonald across the back, Harding, Sunday, the wing-backs, Wiles, McDonald, Lindsay, Crooks playing off Michael Smith. A little look at the table shows us that Swansea will be very pleased that Norwich have not won, because they can go on to 50 points and move to within 4 of the Canaries. But realistically, there is no title chase. There could be one at the end of the week if Norwich do struggle without Emi Buendia and maybe don't get a win at Millwall and then visit Swansea, and Swansea are able to beat them. But at the moment, there is no title chase. It's Norwich still 7 points in front. Rotherham, however, there's a hell of a run down the bottom there, with the tide rising in very undesirable fashion for Wycombe and Sheffield Wednesday down the bottom there. Rotherham 7 points in 3. Derby 6 from the last 2. Forest 6 from the last 3. QPR 6 from the last 3. And Coventry 6 from the last 3. So you don't want to not be winning at the moment in that bottom 6 or 7. The tide is rising. Interesting. Manchester City versus Sheffield United is on Sky at 3. So is Fulham. That's on BBC, isn't it? We should probably, for the dearly departed, have Fulham and West Brom in the background. But there we go. Any comments on Swansea and Rotherham? Jam says, I think it's a case of Fulton for games we're expected to scrap, Dander for games we're expected. Right, okay, that makes sense. Good comment. Jam. Iain on this one, will give them a game season before last. But yes, House the win after being outplayed for 90 minutes. You love to see it, don't you? And Iain adds, Derby on Tuesday is vital. And he's going to watch Fulham West Brom. Good luck. I don't expect the ball will be in play for long if Big Sam's got anything to do with it on that one. But, yeah, enjoy. Let's move on. Watford play on... Have I still got the split screen on? Sorry, let me put it back on. Watford play on Monday. So they've already had one good result here with Norwich drawing. They will have not wanted Reading to win last night. But, hey, now they can do about that right now, is there? So Watford go to QPR on Monday. Reading, as we know, played last night. So let's skip down to Brentford, who essentially have the easiest game it's possible to have if you believe in league tables. Home against the bottom team. There's your Brentford team. Raya in goal. Henry and Dalsgaard are the fullbacks. Pinnock and Sørensen are the centre-backs. Anyone on Pontus Jansson? We're expecting it to be another 6 weeks, I guess, at least. De Silva, Jensen and Godos are the 3 central midfielders. It was Janelt in there over Godos in the last game. Fosu starts. Interesting. And Buemo doesn't. Even more interesting. Kanyos, Fosu and Tony. Fosu's been a bit of a super sub in a couple of our watch-along games recently. Isn't Buemo on the bench? No. Brian and Buemo, not fit, evidently, or being given a rest. Who knows? Here is your Wycombe team. Allsop in goal. McCarthy, Grimmer, Knight, Charles. Don't think we've seen him for a while, have we? Patterson and Thompson double pivot. Wheeler, Musquay, and Onyedinma, who scored against Spurs the other day. Ikpeazu, the big guy, the new Akinfenwa, maybe for those people who often ask about him. Any comments on Brentford versus Wycombe? I will read them out. I can't read that, Jam. Any comments with swear words, and I will not be able to read. What else have we got here? Look, yes, says Pinnock is the key man. Janssen, not that special. Oh, I don't know about that. Good player, Jensen, championship level. I think check out Brentford's points per game with and without him. I think it does improve. Could be wrong about that. I don't know whether that's fake news or not. Charlie claiming to be a Bristol City under-16 there. If you are, lovely. Good for you. Good luck. Good luck with your career. Good luck going pro. If you're not, getting the fake news sin bin. Bye to Leeds 2021. Have a good afternoon. Time to start drinking. I think we're doing a takeaway again tonight, Nat. So I'll stick on the water, buddy. But I'm sure you're going to be watching Wednesday for us. Always good insight from Nat. And we've got Alex in here as well. Great knowledge, by the way, in this chat. Always. Bad news, Trevor. Yeah, very bad result. We'll look at the teams there. Daniel says, shame we couldn't finish some chances versus Norwich, but a point away from top of the league, I'll say all day long. Of course you would, Daniel. Agree 100% with that. Is Chris Wilder growing his winning beard again? I swear Chris Wilder is not shaving or only shaving after his team loses. He's got a bit of a beard coming again. Far be it for me to comment on people's appearance. I'm always telling people off for commenting on mine, but there we go. We're going to scan down the table and look at a few more of the 3 o'clocks. We have done Bournemouth last night. We've just done Borough. Bristol City, who could go level on points. Wow, with Bournemouth. They're still in there. But difficult game, this one at the moment. Derby, isn't it? Derby just aren't conceding any goals, for goodness sake. There is your Derby team. Although Bristol City do have a very in-form striker in Famara Jeju. Marshall returns for Derby. Buchanan, Clark, Wisdom, Byrne. Shinny, Bielik. This looks unchanged other than Marshall, doesn't it? Knight, Bird, Yoshviak, and Kazim Richards up top. As usual, I'm happy to talk about on-pitch stuff with Derby, but I'm bored of talking about a takeover unless it actually happens. But doesn't look like Rooney's going to get any play in the transfer window, unfortunately for him. Doing a great job without it, though, isn't he? Especially in the defensive half. Bentley, excellent season he's having. He's one of the best in the division, Bentley, in goal. Thank you very much, SofaScore, for recalibrating there at completely the wrong time. Hunt, Callas, Mawson, Rowe, Semenyo, Viner, Narge, Palmer. It's quite attacking that, isn't it? To have Semenyo and Palmer in as well as Jeju and Wells up top, and Jeju playing brilliantly at the moment. Any comments on this one? Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm the dude. A £5 super chat. Got Barnsley, Bristol City, Swans and Posh in his ACCA. I just worry about Bristol City letting you down. I'm the dude. Derby are just hard to score against, aren't they? But good luck to you, my friend, and thank you so much for the super chat. And if you want betting advice, there's your man. Bits in the chat. Watching Crew beat Ipswich here. I'm on the Blue Monday pod again tomorrow, Bits. So I'll probably be watching it early tomorrow morning on a rerun. So give me your thoughts. Nippon says, I like your beard. Really suits you. That reminds me of that scene in The Office where Gareth has to tell David Brent that he likes his little beard. I shaved it today, actually, Nippon. So thank you. Well, that makes it look more grey, doesn't it? Look at that. Old man, me. Dear old me. Right. Jeff says, take a point all day long. I'm the dude. The dude says, I'm thinking the same thing. Never too late to change. Should rename it Very Blue Monday. Yeah, but that wouldn't be a brilliant New Order song, would it, John? Hey, how does it feel? Bunk, 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 bunk. Love you like you do. Stoke are in 9th and they visit Huddersfield. Get your thoughts in on this one. Schofield in goal. Pippa and Toffolo have been very good at fullback. Keogh and Sarr, centre halves. O'Brien, Vallejo and Bakuna in midfield for Huddersfield. Aaron's who has played every game, I think, since he's arrived at Huddersfield. Campbell and Benza Campbell on the score sheet. The other night, in one of those games for Huddersfield, wasn't it? Should have got something from Bristol City, but alas, they did not. And today they have another opponent who will very, very happily sit in there and make life annoying. Gunn returns in goal. Don't want to pile in on Bursic, but I think that's an upgrade. Norrington Davis right back and Collins left back. Swap them round. That's the wrong way round. Goodness me. Chester and Suter. I think there's been a bid for Collins from Burnley, I think. Burnley always like to sweep up the young, hugely physically imposing Championship English centre-halves, don't they? You got to love it. Thompson, John Obi Mikel, Joe Allen in central midfield there. No Klukas. McLean, Fletcher is back, and Clark. If they can dovetail those three up top, that's a decent front three at Championship level, albeit Fletcher maybe beyond the peak of his powers. But he'll certainly score a load of back post headers for you. That's one of my favourite songs. Great one. Nice. Afternoon to Ben. Huddersfield draw. Looking that. Will I be covering the Euros in the summer? Yeah. Why not? Be massively. If I tell you what, guys, if we do cover the Euros, maybe we can leave your bias at the door and be completely pro-England, can we? Is that allowed? Big Casey Palmer performance on his son's birthday. Lovely. Happy birthday to young Palmer. My girlfriend's dad has just come out of surgery for 5 slip discs. His last option after 2 years of unsuccessful training. Oh, good luck to your girlfriend's father, Alex. That sounds awful. I've had very minor back and neck niggles. Nothing bad at all. But my dad did his shoulder twice and slipped a couple of discs. So have you ever listened to David Brent's album? I have not, but I've seen every minute multiple times of Ricky Gervais as David Brent. Thanks, Jam. N. You're a good bunch, aren't you? Great community we've got here. Very, very proud of what we've done. Couldn't do it without you. Blackburn, 7 points in 3. Play Luton. Here are your teams. Here. Kaminsky in goal for Blackburn. Nyambe, Lenihan, Braithwaite, after a horrible debut for him and all sorts of controversy around that high foot. Douglas left back. Downing starts. Wow. Doesn't start many at his age. Travis and Brereton. Dax still being eased in, isn't he? Rothwell, Armstrong, Elliott. Love that front three. Ken Mowbray, get a tune out of them. Sluger in goal for Luton. Pearson, Lockyer, Bradley, Potts. And Panzu, Ray and Dewsbury Hall. Cornick and Clark wide with James Collins up top. Any thoughts on Luton and Blackburn? Kyle says, Town going to win today against Crewe. I don't think they are, Kyle. I don't. How the mighty have fallen. Deary me. Is Liam Shaw left? I promise we'll do the transfer update. I think it's going to be Monday morning, isn't it? Right. Blackburn to scrape it. There we go. I think, says John. Get your comments in. Where are we going next, guys? Preston. Dan Johnson signed a new contract yesterday. On the day, Ben Pearson left. They visit Sheffield Wednesday today. Wednesday line up with Westwood in goal. Penny, Palmer, Lees, and Erhogide. Pass on the pronunciation there. Let's not get into it again. Hutchison, Bannon and Pelopessi central. Kachunga and Reach wide with Callum Patterson up top. Everson in goal for Preston. Brown back at right back, much to my annoyance. Huntington and Davis, who I believe has signed a pre-contract with Glasgow Rangers, Glasgow Celtic, a club that plays in Glasgow. Andrew Hughes, left back, didn't make the starting lineup last. Didn't make it through the warm-up. Rafferty came in. for our watch along last week, Ledson and Whiteman in midfield. I suspect they'll keep that and build on that. Mollenby, Potts, Sinclair, and Emil Rees. Any comments on that one? Will I do a deadline day stream? I don't know. It might be more worth my while just getting up early the following morning and just doing a big roundup. But hey, might be fun, mightn't it? Although I'd be blagging a lot. Need to do my research, don't I? Barnsley. 1 point in 4 for Barnsley. And they visit Chris Hughton's Nottingham Forest, who were on a lovely little run, weren't they? Until their previous game. It was 12 points in 6 prior to that. Excuse me while I have the embarrassment of not being able to work this TV again. Do we go West Brom Fulham, or do we go Man City Sheffield United? Let's go West Brom Fulham. Dearly departed derby there. If only I could find it. Surely it was on BBC. I can just type in 101. Go on. Let me do it. Take me home, because I don't remember. It looks like it's snowing at West Brom. Oh, God. I think BBC might have drawn the short straw here, mightn't they? Wouldn't want this one getting postponed, would they? Samba in goal for Forest. Christie, Figueiredo, Worrell, Bong. Reminded me of my younger days. Cafu and Sal. Cafu moving back there into the double pivot, possibly. Maybe Kravinovic will play there. Amiobi, Kravinovic, knockout. I think Kravinovic will play next to Sal. Graben up top. We'll find out. Collins in goal. I don't understand that. Walton had played every game. Collins replaced him in the FA Cup game. I thought, cup goalkeeper. No. He's played the last couple of league games, I think. Anderson, Sibic, Hellick. Same with Solbauer. Sibic's been in the past couple of games. Britton and Styles. They've got that wrong. That should be Moa and Kane central midfield with Freesa front right with Woodrow and Connor Chaplin. Your thoughts in on that one, ladies and gentlemen? 2-1 Reds. Yeah, nice. 2-1 Barnsley. Jamie says, come on, Tan. Nice. Styles and Mowat to secure a 2-0 win. Michael says, most negative and depressing Wednesday starting 11 I have known. That team would struggle in League One. I know all about League One. Deary me. Not fun. Not fun at all. David, our sponsor, says, Wednesday fans, have some more faith. Come on, lads. Family, friends are big supporters. Used to take me there, so it has a place in my heart. Great stuff. Great club. Sheffield Wednesday. And I love going to that stadium, one of the old throwback stadiums, because it's still massive, but just beautifully characterful, isn't it? Going to Sheffield Wednesday. 2 matches wrong, 2 wrong predictions already. I got Reading right, Chris. I didn't have a draw. I had Norwich to win, though. 2-0 Barnsley. And Loch Yes is on Stones to score any time at 11-1. There we go. Wednesday fans, you could be going to Carlisle and Newport next season. They'll be joining us then, won't they, Bits, eh? Luton we've done. Huddersfield done. Cardiff. The Mick McCarthy derby. And we don't have any team shapes. Help me out with this one then, guys. Smithies in goal. You would think, has he gone a back 3 there? Flint, Morrison, Nelson. It looks like he has. So, yeah, I suspect Flint, Morrison and Nelson will play as a back 3 with Bennett and G wide. Bakuna, Volks, Rolls, probably central with Ojo either off or up front with Moore. That could be classic Mick McCarthy matchup, that one. He loves to mirror the other team's formation. For Millwall, who I think they've gone back for the past couple of games. We figured this out. Bialkowski in goal. So centre halves. Well, the fullbacks will be McNamara and Malone. Will Leonard play? Let's assume Leonard will play right centre back again. So Hutchison, Cooper, Leonard centre backs. Keefton, Beld and Woods with Thompson off Zahor. I would imagine. Does that sound right? Keefton, Beld, Woods. Yes. Yeah. Could be quite cautious that game, I think. We'll see. What else have we got in here? Liam says, nothing wrong with League One if you aren't a bad team. No, very, very true. Alex says, 3 at the back. Leonard continuing there. Yeah, that was my perception. Jamie says, Wednesday have good individuals. Swear they're always changing their lineups. Not 100% sure they do, but if they do, should try and keep a consistent lineup. Ewan says, as a Coventry fan, can't wait for next season to the bigger grounds. Only memory of Championship is beating Derby 4-0 at home. Nice. I think we might only have Coventry left now to do, as we've looked at all of the other 3 o'clocks. Yeah, I think I've done them all. What time is it? 2:52. We're doing fine. I'm doing fine now. In the Battle of St Andrews, Coventry playing away at St Andrews, which is also their home ground. Etheridge in goal for Blues. Colin, San Jose, Dean and Pedersen across the back. Sunic and Clayton double pivot. Sanchez, Terrell, Bella, Hogan, brother up top. Wilson in goal. Even though Morosi is back, Wilson keeps his place. Josh Pask playing right back. Not familiar with the player. Ostigard, Hyam, McCallum. It's normally Darbo down the right there, isn't it? Hamer, Sheaf, James, O'Hare, who played beautifully in the midweek game, which Coventry won against Sheffield Wednesday. Excellent performance by Callum O'Hare. Gyökeres scored. Biamu is the other forward. In that one, let's get your comments. Don't Birmingham Coventry share a stadium? Indeed, they do. Indeed. Yes, we will have a look at Crewe Ipswich, of course. Coventry 3-0, says John. Ollie says Coventry go home. Some classic S-housery there. Jack says 2-2 with a Blues badge up there. Imagine if Brum go down and still share their ground. Well, the tide is arising, isn't it? Looking back, I really do miss hearing, hello, everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom, and I've just witnessed. Well, for those of you who are new to the channel, before the world shut down, we'd often be doing match reports, me dashing to my car after just watching a game and doing a match report. I missed that too as well. Right, have I done all the championship fixtures? I think I have. Let's just have a look. We've got 2 dearly departed games in the Premier League, one of which I'm going to have on and watch out of the corner of my eye, which is a big, huge game between Fulham and Big Sam's West Brom. And there he is in his Arctic coat, Big Sam. No doubt talking about clean sheets and defending. What was my Coventry prediction, says Ewan. I looked at these earlier. I'll find it in a minute, buddy. I can't remember what I said. Away. There you go. You'll like that, Ewan. There you go. I even came up there. Iain, I may be there on February the 9th. Fingers crossed. For Rotherham versus Cardiff. We'll see how that one pans out, if I can get accreditation there. Johnston in goal for West Brom. Bartley, Ajayi, O'Shea. So Bartley adds a bit more experience from that. Kind of light on experience back four that got battered by Manchester City. Remember, West Brom are awful at home under Allardyce, aren't they? Furlong and Gibbs. Livermore, Gallagher, Pereira, Snodgrass, Robinson, Areola in goal for Fulham, Aina, Anderson, Adrabio, Robinson and Reed. So Kenny Tete is out. Oh, and look who's back. Anguissa, Laminas, and no Harrison Reed. Lookman, Loftus-Cheek, and Alexander Mitrovic returns to the starting lineup. Benny misses Elland Road. God, yes, I do. What a great stadium to go to. That is third eye on Ipswich. Because I'm doing Blue Monday bits, I'll watch a rerun of Ipswich tomorrow morning. West Brom can't defend or afford to play for a 0-0. Both teams need a win. Please do Lime streams after COVID. Super streams are so much gun. Is that good? So much gun. I'm allowed to do that? Am I going to get cancelled for doing that now? My apologies if anyone was offended by my gun gesture I just did. Let's not get into gun control or which amendment is it? Anyone? American Constitution? Second Amendment? Right to bear arms? Pass. I don't know. Someone look that up for me. Anyone who knows more about politics than me, which is probably all of you. Let's have a look at the other dearly departed team, which is Sheffield United. And we have a classic bottom against top with top playing at home. Good luck. Kevin De Bruyne is not playing, but hey, Man City won 5-0 without him the other day, didn't they? Edison in goal for City. Walker and Zinchenko fullbacks. Laporte and Diaz. So whoever was betting on John Stones, cash in now because he's not playing. Silva, Fernandinho and Gundogan. Foden, Jesus and Torres. Really loving Foden at the moment. Looking forward to him with my England hat on. Brilliant player. For Blades, Ramsdale, Basham, Egan, Ampadu. So Egan comes back in. Bulldog, Bogle at left wing back. Ouch. That was Keane Bryan in the last game. Bogle is not a left wing back. He's a right wing back, but there we go. We'll see how that one pans out. Maybe Ampadu will play left wing back and Bulldog will play right centre back. But I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Fleck, Norwood, Lundstrom. That's been the same for a while, hasn't it now? In Sander Berger's absence. Brewster and Burke, who may or may not score about 50 goals between them in the Championship next season. Right, it's 2:58. I think we've judged this just right, so I don't need to dwell on Ipswich for too long. Will this be Paul Lambert's last game in charge of Ipswich? Would a embarrassing hammering at Crewe be Mr. Lambert done for? Who knows? There's your Ipswich team. Holly, Chambers, Wolfenden returns. McGuinness, Kenlock returns. Judge, Dazelle, Downs. Judge maybe a bit deeper than normal. Edwards, Sears, Luke Thomas starts the loanee from Barnsley. For Crewe, Richards, Jones in the Perry NG-shaped hole there. Lancashire, Beckles, who I first saw in the playoff final playing for Shrewsbury under Paul Hurst against Rotherham under Paul Warren. Pickering, left back, who bid for Pickering? Someone let me know in the chat. Finney, Wintle, Murphy, Kirk, Mandron and Walker, who I believe is on loan from Middlesbrough. And there you have it. Right, let's flash this one back up to the Championship, although we will be flitting about all over the place. Let's have a quick roll call. After 3 in the chat, let me know which game you're watching. 1, 2, 3, go. I felt like Noel's house party there. This week's star of NTV, go. He used to go like that. Anyone remember that? Ah, what a time, hey? What a time. Let's hear. Scroll up a little bit. The Second Amendment, was it? There we go. So the first one is free speech. The fifth Amendment, because I always plead it, is the right to say nothing, isn't it? And the second one is to bear arms. I don't know what the other ones are, but there we go. Liam says, by the middle of next month, we should have Patterson, Williams, O'Dowda and Sessegnon back. That will help, won't it? Bristol City not far off the play-off places. Right, let me switch the iPad back over to Soccer Saturday. Where is it? There we go. It's on Sky Sports News today. And we'll have the TV on Fulham versus West Brom. Right. Let me know which games you're watching, and we have all kicked off. Where do we think the first goal is going to be then? Let me just get my phone within eyeshot. Right, who are you all watching? Let's have a look. West Brom, Fulham, Blade City. What about the Villa game, says Connor? I think it might be a few hours too late for us. It's 8 o'clock, isn't it, Villa? We will not be covering a game that is literally not happening. Well, we're broadcasting. Half Price is watching Cardiff and Millwall. Liam's watching the grudge match there. AFC Wimbledon versus the MK Dons. Mr. Blobby, classic. Miller's Swans. Smug Flores watching Wednesday in Preston. Brandon's watching Bristol City. Can Blades pull a Manchester double? Unlikely. David's watching Huddersfield Stoke. Great, we got this all covered. Awesome stuff. Forest versus Barnsley. Pep screwing people with his floral team selections. There we go. And I think we're off everywhere. Nippon's watching City Blades. Blues, Cov. Noel is watching. John's watching Preston. Keep me updated. Any action, any big chances, let me know. Fifth Amendment is the right to not self-incriminate, not to necessarily say nothing. Probably the best way to not self-incriminate, but yes, that is an important distinction. Ben is watching. Excellent. I think we've got literally every game covered here, guys. Brentford versus Wickham. Leeds 2020 is watching Wolves Palace. Nice. Ian's very much enjoying and a big fan of the Swans away kit. I think Bits is watching Ipswich, isn't he? Throwing down the line for Fulham. Not the best picture from BBC, is it? Headed on. Here is Bobby Reed down the right, but just taken away from him. No goals yet today, and not in our early kickoff. This is the Saturday Super Stream. Thank you as ever to David, our sponsor, our fan sponsor, fan of the channel, happy to support great content. Thank you so much. David, where's the first goal going to be then? No goals in any of the 3 o'clocks, not in just our games, which you can see ticking along the bottom there. We have 2 dearly departed games in the Prem. Blades visit Man City. West Brom and Fulham are playing on the BBC as we speak. They are 3 minutes in. Norwich and Borough drew 2-2 in the 12:15. And all the rest of these are 0-0 with just a few minutes played. I say that, and we have our opening goal of the day. Derby County lead by a goal to 0 in the 4th minute. Wayne Rooney's Derby County have taken the lead. It's Derby 1, Bristol City 0. We will take a look at that goal when good old Jeff tells us about it on Soccer Saturday. Great start for the Rams in good form under Wayne Rooney. And a player in good form is Colin Kazim Richards, who is the goal scorer. Anyone want to bet on when we get our glut today? There's always a 5-minute period, isn't there, in the Super Stream where we get four to 6 goals within the 5-minute span, and I'm sprawling all over the place to keep up. Derby, Kazim Richards with the opening goal in the Championship. Take a look at that, Derby fans. Down at the bottom of the table, among the birds and the bees. Derby up to 18th as it stands. A long way to go, I know, but could be another victory for Derby. Could be moving on to 28 points. More importantly, though, miles clear in terms of places. 3 teams traffic in their way. We're just waiting on my delayed iPad coverage for this goal. Derby lead 1-0. 35 minutes, 52 to 58. 10 minutes to go. That'd be nice. 50th minute. The glut. When is the glut gonna come? Hey, 2 goals for Callum Wilson. Let's just have a look at the bottom of the Premier League table in the early kickoff, which means there's a lot riding on this game today between Fulham and West Brom. Down at the bottom there, you can see Newcastle 8 points gap as things stand, and that's adding a point onto both. Right, let's have a look at this Kazim Richards goal. Buchanan with an absolute beaut of a cross. Brilliant assist by Lee Buchanan there. Curves that around the back of the Bristol City defence. And Derby lead 1-0. And now Huddersfield lead 1-0. The Terriers have the lead in their game against Stoke. A 5th-minute goal for Huddersfield, who have been very good at home. Maybe we're going to get the goal glut early in proceedings here. Pippa, the right back, is the goal scorer for Huddersfield, who lead 1-0 after just 5 minutes. Today, 2 early goals in the Championship. And we have a goal in the Premier League between Manchester City and Sheffield United. And Manchester City have taken the lead. Let's see how quickly I can get to Sky Sports main event HD and take a look at that one. What's going on here? Oh, Jesus in the 6-yard box with time to take about 3 touches there. City lead. Ramsdale going down. Jesus just taking an age to control it. He did in the end and just sticks his foot through it and gives Manchester City the opening goal in that game, and maybe a long afternoon for the Blades. Top against bottom there. So 3 goals in our games already. Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0. There's another one. Millwall have just taken the lead against Cardiff as well. What a start to proceedings here. It's Millwall 1, Sheffield United 0. It is Cardiff 0. Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0. Cardiff 0, Millwall 1. Derby 1, Bristol City 0. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0. Woo! What a start to proceedings here. We will find out who the goal scorer is for Millwall imminently, but they lead against their former manager, Mick McCarthy. Right, I'm going over to Sky Sports News on this one because it's too small on my iPad. There we go. And it's too delayed as well. Aidan Flint own goal in the 9th minute is the goal that's given Millwall the lead. He was very lucky not to either score an own goal, concede a penalty, or be sent off, actually, in the game between Cardiff and Cardiff and Barnsley in midweek. Let's have a look at this own goal. I'm seeing 2 different goals at 2 different times on 2 different. I think it's Wallace. Oh dear. 2 muggy goals there. Sorry, I got to the 2 goals playing at the same time there. I think it's Wallace down the left-hand side, and Flint kind of slides in on the near post and manages to stick that past Bielkowski. Pippa, deflected shot. And I've just seen another 2 goals have gone in. It is West Brom 0, Fulham 1 on BBC, and Brentford have also taken the lead. We are having an absolute glut of goals here. Bobby Reed, played in by Alex Mitrovic there, and he side foots that one in right-footed. Brentford have taken the lead also in their game at home to Wickham. Absolute goals flying in like it's going out of fashion here. Goodness me, we are all over the shop with this one. Who scored for Brentford then, guys? Absolute incredible glut of goals to start this game. Ethan Pinnock has scored for Brentford in 9 minutes, no doubt from a set play, and the goals just cannot stop flying in here. Corner from the right for Brentford. Pinnock arriving on the back post, half volleys that in with the left foot. Pinnock scores for Brentford on 9. The timing of the Fulham goal was 10. So Fulham lead. Bobby Reed, the goal scorer in that one. And I think we just about caught up with everything. I'm going to update the ticker. A mad start to the Saturday Superstream 3 o'clock kickoffs. We have 6 goals within minutes 4 and 10. So the glut came early today. Long may it continue. We love it. And we have goals in, all the goals have come in different games as well, haven't they? So if you look, ticking across the bottom there now, Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0, Gabriel Jesus, West Brom 0, Fulham 1. We're seeing a chance in the Sheffield Wednesday game. Callum Patterson engineering the right-footed shot there, just flies that one not far wide. In our other games, it's Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0, Pippa, the right back, deflected shot, in it goes for 1-0. Derby 1, Bristol City 0, Colin Kazim-Richards from a really good Lee Buchanan cross. Cardiff 0, Millwall 1, good run by Jed Wallace, forcing an own goal by Aidan Flint, tries to cut it out at the near post, and it trickles over the line. Smithies can't get back and save that one. West Brom 0, Fulham 1, Mitrovic playing Bobby Reed, and West Brom's terrifyingly bad home form looks set to continue. And breathe. The glut is over. Now we'll get 10 minutes without a goal, won't we? Goodness me. Sorry. Haven't been able to keep up with the comments there. Let me scroll up. David must be talking about the Huddersfield goal outside the box. Massive deflection. Not a great goal. Alex says, Wednesday playing a back 3, are they, with Sam Hutchison not playing in central midfield as we suspected beforehand. Palace 1-0 as well. We're not covering them, but ho-hum. Iain says, even so far between Rotherham and Swansea. Andre Ayew has been yellow carded. How can I watch championship games? There's one on Sky Graphics. I think Huddersfield Stoke is on Sky. I'm the dude. Hasn't Ramsdale only had 6 clean sheets in the last... I don't know. Obviously, he could be being relegated 2 seasons in a row, which is never fun, is it? So could Jamal Lewis, but Newcastle have had a good win today, haven't they? Oh, big game at the top of League One. Lincoln 0, Doncaster 1. Taylor Richards and Birmingham have a penalty. Nice finish by Richards, finding the bottom corner. There, penalty to Birmingham. Who takes that one then? Scott Hogan. Ipswich on top. Looking dangerous, says Bits. Good news from an Ipswich point of view. West Brom just do not look comfortable in possession. That's what Big Sam does. He's not bothered about possession, is he? But hey, you need to be comfortable in it. Jeremy Bella has scored the penalty, says Noel. Birmingham lead 1-0 in the Battle of St Andrews against Coventry City. Jeremy Bella with an 18th minute penalty. The goal glut stretches out a little bit now. Fortunately, we've had a bit of a rest. There is Bianca Westwood going to tell us about it. Bit of a rash tackle there in the left back position. Wow. Wickham have equalised away at Brentford. Bella sticks the penalty home. That came on 18. Bella giving Birmingham the lead. And Wickham have equalised. They must have kicked off behind there because it's only in the 14th minute. But Wickham equalising at high-flying Brentford. A good day for Watford so far then, if Brentford draw and Norwich and Middlesbrough also draw. Ikpeazu is the goal scorer for Brentford, who have shown great character for much of this season, haven't they? Bottom of the league, Wickham, one of the smaller clubs we've had in the Championship, without wanting to sound patronising. They are, it's a fact. But competitive in a great number of their games, even those that they have lost. Show us the goal then, Jeff. Ikpeazu pegging Brentford back and making it 1-1. The Wickham S-House. Come on. Wickham have equalised. Wickham equalised. Right, we're now going to see it. Ikpeazu, edge of the box, bustles his way in, beats 2. What a goal that is. It's a brilliant goal by Ikpeazu there. Good close control and a brilliant finish with the right foot curling it around David Raya. Superb goal by Ikpeazu for Wickham. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Unbelievable indeed. I'm confused. It says 1-0 Birmingham. Yeah, if it does, that's not a mistake. Normally it's me writing the scores up wrong, isn't it? Wickham equalising at Brentford. Brentford 1, Wickham 1 is our latest goal. And this must be a Saturday Super Stream record because we have already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals. All, well, actually, no, 2 of them were in one game at Brentford, but 8 goals in the first 18 minutes here. Brilliant stuff. The players are doing us proud today, aren't they, with their goal scoring antics? Hopefully things may calm down and we can actually get into some of the comments. Oh, Christ. Bobby Reid hits the post from a 1-on-1. Jammen says Swansea struggling to get out against Rotherham. Wednesday on top in that game, says John. Nice goal by Wickham. Absolute beaut, wasn't it, James? And it was a Lucas Zhao-esque. Maybe his close control didn't look quite as slick as Zhao's, but the finish was a beaut, wasn't it? Oh, don't tell me this, Bits. Ipswich let off. Mandron open. Edge of the 6-yard box. Missed open goal. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, hey, they've been going in all season, haven't they? But there you go. Let's have a look at the Championship live league table. We'll just focus on the teams that are leading at the moment. And they're all in the bottom half, for goodness sakes. Huddersfield will be moving on to 34 points. If they can see off Stoke City, you can see Huddersfield down there in 14th. Millwall will be moving on to 33. They're currently leading at Cardiff. Birmingham are currently beating Coventry and will tie them up on 29 points, with Derby coming strong behind the sort of third quartile teams there. Derby potentially 9 points in 5 games if they continue to be, leading against Bristol City. That's the current state of play. And for the teams at the top, Swansea level, Brentford level, but they were leading. We're going to see another Wickham chance. Now, is that Onyedinma down in the box? Oh, Ikpeazu hits the post. Goodness me. I think it was Adeniran. Really nice turn by Adeniran. Advantage played. Oh, it should have been 2-1 to Wickham, shouldn't it? Ikpeazu, like point blank range, 6 yards out. I think Raya hits his arm sort of here and spoons onto the post. Wickham giving the brilliant bees of Brentford, who played beautifully, didn't they? Against Swansea the other night, giving them a right good going over the last 5 minutes, aren't they? Dan Van Cleef, I drink to you, sir. A £10 super chat. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. Thank you, Dan. That's not the first time he has super chatted for us. Very, very kind. Grab him one-on-one. Missed. Ouch. Derby pictures Mardy. Derby pitch is muddy. I don't know. Can't translate that. Ikpeazu hits the post. Unlucky. Is that the king of the bin? It's not actually, unfortunately for Dan. It was a Swansea fan earlier on, whose name I can't pronounce. So we do have a king of the bin, but we thank Dan for a very, very kind super chat. Ikpeazu has been an outstanding signing from Wickham. Where did they get him from? Hearts, was it? Fits the system perfectly on League One wages, most likely. Gives them goal threat. He's looked good since he's come in, hasn't he? We are just calming down after the glut of goals. Derby taking the lead on 4. Huddersfield taking the lead on 5. Man City taking the lead on 8. Cardiff going a goal down to Millwall on 9. Brentford took the lead on 9. Fulham took the lead on 10. Wickham equalised at Brentford on 14. And Birmingham took the lead at the 18th minute under Jeremy Bella. So huge early glut of goals. Today, I know we don't cover Celtic, but what the hell is going on there? Losing to St Mirren now. Perhaps, MJ, they might need a successful ex-player to leave his job in League One and come and manage them. Wouldn't that be a fine thing, hey? Neil Warnock masterclass earlier. Yeah, worked a treat, didn't it? Warnock getting a 0-0 draw at league leaders Norwich, who've been, a level above everybody else in the Championship, haven't they? Carlin Grant replaces Dara O'Shea, says Twitter. Why is Sam Allardyce making a substitution after 25 minutes? Who's watching that? Hamza? Anir? Someone's watching, aren't they? Liam says, can you explain why Bristol City is so inconsistent? I can't work out. Maybe you can. Liam, if I could, I would be making tons of money as a football manager. Stoke have a penalty, foul on Jack Clark by Naby Sarr. Penalty for Stoke City. They are 1-0 down against Huddersfield. They have a free shot. dead ball from 12 yards coming up. Huge chance coming for Stoke City. And Stephen Fletcher scores 1-1 in the game between Stoke and Huddersfield. 24 minutes gone. Stephen Fletcher equalising from the penalty spot. Huddersfield led from the 5th minute. A goal from the right back, Pippa, deflected. Sarr fouling Jack Clark. Stephen Fletcher sticks the pen in. Good pen, says David. West Brom is shocking. Big Sam could make 11 changes. Wow. Embarrassing one for him, coming off after 25 minutes in that game. We're just waiting to see the Stoke penalty, although David's described it for us in the chat already on Soccer Saturday. Alex is watching Wednesday. We've put about 3 or 4 fantastic balls into the box. Just a shame we employed Callum Patterson to get on the end of them. Pile on Patterson. Not even a good game, is he? Big Sam is on his 15th pack of chewing gum. Yeah, it's not working out too well so far, particularly in their home games where they've been utterly dire, haven't they, West Brom, despite picking up 4 points away from home in games against Wolves and champions Liverpool. So here's Jack Clark going to the box. That's so poor from Sarr, isn't it? You just cannot go to ground like that nowadays in the box. Stephen Fletcher, lovely penalty there. Gives the keeper the eyes, opens the body up, sticks it the other side with the left foot. Fletcher scoring for Stoke City. Coventry have equalised on 29 in the Battle of St Andrews. Birmingham had led through a Jeremy Bella penalty, but Cov have equalised 11 minutes later, 1-1, and big goal at the top. Rotherham 0, Swansea 1 on 28. Could be a really good day for Swansea. Brentford are level. Norwich have also drawn. The Swans lead 1-0. Rotherham. I think we've got Jamen and Iain watching that one for us. Let us know about that goal. Matty James is the goal scorer. Oh, no, he's not. Gus Hamer, I think, is. It's knocked back to Hamer by James. Hamer slams it in from, about 15 yards there. Conor Hourihane scored his second goal already for Swansea. They lead 1-0 at Rotherham. We will no doubt see that goal in just a second. But Hourihane, they got out of jail, didn't they, against Brentford with a Hourihane free kick. There may or may not have been a foul on the goalkeeper in there. I think we'll put that in the past and stop debating that. But Hourihane has scored again today. Played 2, scored 2. Hamza says, we're making Fulham look like Barcelona. They could be 5 up already. Ouch. Not good. I've noticed in the last 8-9 games, the reason North End have looked much better. It's the ability to absorb pressure. Davies and Huntington's partnership has really stabled the erratic ship. Davies is going to be off, though, isn't he, Alistair? Blue, shocking defending, laughable. Not good. Not good at all. No, won't be covering Arsenal, Man United, Nippon. I will be back tomorrow for the full review, but might be in the evening. Let me know what time you want to see the review show tomorrow. I'm thinking it might be sort of early evening, sort of 5, 6 o'clock time. Good goal, Hourihane, even up to that point. Apparently, Lookman has missed a one-on-one as well. Ayew with the header. We're just seeing the Swansea goal here. Laid back. That's a brilliant goal by Hourihane. Such a secure technique on his left foot, Conor Hourihane. It's just laid off for him. I didn't see by whom, but a brilliant slice volley with the left foot. Curls it in and around. Great goal by Conor Hourihane. Rotherham 0, Swansea 1. And I suppose it'd be a smart time to go to the live league table because it's really good news for the Swans. Norwich have drawn. Brentford are level and Wickham are playing well from what we are hearing. Swansea are leading and will go to within 4 points of runaway leaders Norwich, if indeed they can go on and beat Paul Warne's Rotherham. Going to be a good day for Swansea, potentially, if things stay the same. Normal Blues will be losing by now. Well, they're level at the moment. Jack, ball bouncing around the box. He whips it round a few into the corner. Great goal, wasn't it? Oh, I don't quite know how Wickham aren't leading at Brentford. We've just seen another chance there. Free kick from the right. Goes in all the way through and was asking to be put in. No one can get on the end of it. Which game are you watching now? Is that Fulham and West Brom? $5:30 tomorrow night. Get your thoughts in. When would you like to see the review show tomorrow? I've got to do Blue Monday at 11 a.m, so I'm not going to be able to get to do it in the morning. In the morning. Who was that? Razorlight. Remember them? God. Crew, first quarter of the match, well taken and in the Ipswich net. Ref blows for infringement. Fulham, West Brom. Thank you. Sounds like Fulham all over West Brom and indeed leading 1-0 in that game at the Hawthorns, where I believe I'm right in saying 2 5-0s, a 4-0 and a 3-0 have been the last 4 games, all defeats for the Baggies. Big chance for the Bluebirds, but more heads over, says the Cardiff City Twitter. Razorlight, yes, indeed. Do you want to hear my really tenuous Razorlight link? I did a tour, and the guy who was the tour manager, the Dep tour manager, he came for the last week, was the bass tech for Razorlight. But even better than that, this guy Steve played the bass player in Life on the Road, the David Brent movie. So if you watch that movie, David Brent hires a band of session musicians, and Steve, the tour manager, who I had a lovely old time with actually on that tour, was the bass player in David Brent's band. And I don't care what he's done musically, working with Razorlight, you can't beat being in David Brent's band. Sensational. Hate it when you know if a goal is scored a minute before I do and I'm watching it. Iain, pause me. Pause us for 1 minute. The Coral released a single from Liverpool, weren't they? Yeah, good band, The Coral. Nice harmonies. And it says, I don't think the defensive, pragmatic approach works for the West Brom players. A penalty shout, Will Zaha, as ever it is, in the Crystal Palace game. Although we're not necessarily covering that one. Aaron Tish-Bowler has scored for Kilmarnock. Is he the guy that went from Reading to Villa for about 5 million and literally never played? Is that the same guy who's now playing for Kilmarnock? Let me know. Ipswich counter, unlucky not to capitalise. Clumsy tackle by Kenlock, now has him on a yellow. It's just not worked for Kenlock, has it, Bits? Just hasn't stepped up, has he, despite... in the Mick days, he looked like he had some potential, but a string of managers not fancied him, have they? Penalty shout for Barnsley in the Forest game. What happened, Owen? Smarten us up, buddy. Defensive, pragmatic approach hasn't worked for any manager this year. Neil Warnock might argue with you, but hasn't worked for Vladimir Rivic, has it? He's gone. Will it work for Mick McCarthy, Gary Rowett? Didn't work for Neil Harris either, did he? Correct about Tish Bowler. Wow, it was like 5 million. Was it MK Dons for half a season as well? Unbelievable. David Raya needs some treatment after colliding with Ikpeazu. You would not wish a collision with Ikpeazu on anyone. Absolutely huge bloke, isn't he? There are our goals ticking along the bottom. Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0, the dearly departed. Top versus bottom there. Gabriel Jesus with the goal. West Brom 0, Fulham 1. Looks like West Brom are having a huge problem following Big Sam's pattern of play and instructions. Here, Mitrovic setting up Bobby Reed for the opening goal in that game. And sounds like Big Sam has already changed shape and systems as well in that one. In the Championship, Norwich and Borough drew 0-0. Emi Buendia sent off and will miss Millwall away and Swansea away for Norwich. A couple of important games there. And inarguably, I think, their most important player. Birmingham 1. I need to change that. Coventry 1. Birmingham took the lead. Jeremy Bella with a penalty. Matty James set up Gus Hamer for the equaliser in that one. Brentford 1, Wycombe 1. And that's not a fluke from Wycombe. They've missed a couple of good chances after going level. Ethan Pinnock gave Brentford the lead. Uche Ikpeazu with a beaut of an equaliser. That's probably our goal of the day so far. Have a think about that ahead of this stream tomorrow. Freddie Sears is booked after catching. Odds on an Ipswich red card today? I wonder. Cardiff 0, Millwall 1. Bit of a muggy own goal in that one. Aidan Flint putting through his own net, wrong-footing Bialkowski in that one. It is Derby 1, Bristol City 0. Colin Kazim Richards, the goal scorer, but a tap-in really after really brilliant cross by Lee Buchanan. Big goal at the top. We will cut off there because Swansea have gone 2-0 up, and it's going to be a really good day for the Swans, isn't it? It really, really is. Norwich drawing earlier in the day. Brentford currently drawing. Swans go 2-0 up. Matt Grimes is the goal scorer. There was me earlier on saying, well, really, in your central midfield partnership, you want a right footer and a left footer. And Grimes and Hurahan are both left footers. Well, they both scored to shut me up with my OCD requirement for football teams to be beautifully balanced. They both scored. Swansea lead 2-0. Before we see that goal, because Sky are on an ad break, let me just finish off that little rundown. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1. Pippa, deflected goal. The right back scored early on for Huddersfield. Stephen Fletcher equalised from the penalty spot after Naby Sarr fouled. Bit of a poor tackle, that one. Jack Clark in the box. Everything else is 0-0, including my team, Ipswich, who have had 2 players booked at Crewe. So we are concerned a little bit about the potential for an Ipswich Town red card today. Right. We are with Chris Kamara at Rotherham. It's going to be another set play. Blackman half deals with it. Oh, great hit by Matt Grimes. He just can't get back into position. And it's a bit of quality for both goals from the central midfielders. So Blackman punches it there. He can't quite get back into position. And Grimes beautifully takes advantage there. Swings the half volley into the corner. Does Blackman need to make the punch? Where's it going if he doesn't punch it? I wonder. 2-0 Swansea. And as it stands, the perfect storm for the Swans as it stands, isn't it? They're going to go within 4 points of leaders Norwich. Woof. Omar Beckles in the book in the Ipswich game. Yellow cards all around, I think. Craig commented today, Ben, think we've found a replacement for Jeff Stelling. Awesome to watch. Thank you very, very much. Very, very kind. Craig, well, let's see what sort of an audience we can draw here in the first place. But obviously, if Sky want to offer me the job, I'm sure Jeff will never never leave that job, will he? Buendia red was controversial. Wonder if it might get overturned. Now it's 2 yellows. Lock, yes. So you can't appeal a yellow card. So no. Mollenby, I must say, is a steal, says Alistair. Gives us that direct threat with work rate, and in a matter of a week or two, he's formed a really nice partnership with Sinclair. Good player, isn't he? Can they get him full time? I wonder. And Chris, a Millwall fan, was furious that he was always played, as a defensive midfielder, but just unleashed a bit. Josh De Silva, deflected effort has hit the post for Brentford. All over the place, that game, isn't it? Millwall keep doing Swansea favours recently. I think Middlesbrough have done it. Are you ignoring Watford or Reading? No, graphics, because Reading played last night and Watford play on Monday. I would never do such a thing. I think we're going to see this Josh De Silva chance now. Canos cuts it back. Godos, De Silva, difficult angle. Oh, that would have been a lucky goal. He's looking for the far corner with the left foot, and it deflects and completely wrong foots Allsop and hits the near post. Fantastic grime strike. Great goal, wasn't it? You tell me, though, Iain, if Blackman doesn't punch that cross, where's it going? Because I think it's not great goalkeeping in the first instance. It is a really good finish as well. Freddie Sears, that's a name I've not heard for a while. Always think of that 2013 Colchester side. Walker, Smodic, Sears, Sanchez, well, iconic side. There you go. He's been, what shall we say, stagnating at Ipswich ever since. We've seen a chance for Palace here. Ooh, what a miss that was. Batshuayi over from close range. Are you kidding me, Chris? Unbelievable scenes. The true king of the Saturday Superstream is Luke Jeffcott of Plymouth, who has scored yet again in a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff. We're going to see the goal right now. That's an Accrington goal, not a Plymouth goal. We're going to see two. That was Joe Pritchard scoring for Accrington. Right, come on, Sky. Here comes Jeffcott with his standard goal. Oh, look at that. Proper John Aldridge, Ian Rush stuff, that. Johnny on the spot in the 6-yard box. One guaranteed item in every Saturday Superstream is a goal for Luke Jeffcott. Let me just bring him up on the screen. Give him the credit he deserves. I think we're going back to Brentford again. Ali McCoist is on the mic here. Godos. And Brentford have forced home a second goal. It is 2-1 to the Bees. Ivan Toney had the initial shot. I did not see who forced it over the goal line. I don't think Toney's scored for a while, has he? He's slowed down, let's just say. And it's Sheffield Wednesday 1, Preston 0. Wow, this good league form is going to continue. Who scored? Who scored for Brentford, guys? I didn't catch the goal scorer there. I don't know whether Tony's shot had already crept over the goal line. Here comes the Wednesday goal. And side-footed in there by Liam Palmer. Recycled set play, headed back across. And Palmer has scored. Sheffield Wednesday fans very concerned today, especially after Mr. Chansiri's latest comments. We'll leave it at that. But they lead on 45 against Preston. Liam Palmer makes it Sheffield Wednesday 1, Preston 0. Anyone got me the Brentford scorer? Was it Tony, Craig? Did it go over the line? Nice. Let me just double check on that one. Sorry. We just got to... Oh, no. Wickham have equalised. It's 2-2. We won't update that one just yet. Set play in, headed across. Is that Darius Charles headed that one in? No, Musquet is the goal scorer. That is his first goal. It's 2-2 at half-time. Unbelievable first half in that game. Let's just bring it up on the screen because I can't even keep up with Brentford versus Wycombe. Wycombe coming from behind twice in the half and missing a couple of decent other chances as well. Heck of a game going on there at, what's Brentford Stadium called? Don't even know what the new stadium's called, for goodness sakes. Supposed to be the Championship guy, me, aren't I? Come on, SofaScore. Get your act together and get me the goal scorers up. There we go. Tariq Fosu has been credited with forcing the second Brentford goal over the line. Tony's shot kind of spooned up and Fosu forces it in. Admiral Musquet, the beautifully named, where is he on loan from? Leicester? Is he Zimbabwean? Is that right? I remember covering him in one of the transfer updates. Signed right at the start of the window, didn't he? My God, look at Cambridge's pitch. Jesus Christ. That looks like the baseball ground, for God's sake. Musquet makes it 2-2. Much to the joy of the Swansea fans who are having a good day up at the top of the table. Let me just update the ticker because Wednesday scored, didn't they? So I believe now we only have one of the 3 o'clocks we're covering that does not have a goal in. That is Forest 0, Barnsley 0. I beg my pardon. Beg your pardon. Blackburn 0, Luton 0. Rotherham are 2-0 down to Swansea. Don't know why that's not updated. And Brentford and Wycombe are going all out. 4 goals in that one already. And there could have been more. We are coming up half-time in most of these games now. I think, let me just double check and we'll see how many have actually reached the half-time mark. Half-time at Cardiff, at Forest, at Wednesday, at Birmingham. We're still playing at Blackburn, Brentford, Derby, Huddersfield, and Rotherham. So pretty much half of the games at half-time. It's half-time now at Rotherham. That's just come up on the ticker. Let's go to your comments. Yeah. You're right. Brentford scored and Wycombe levelled straight away. Paper thin. Derby squad, says MJ. They're doing the business. Ooh. But Christian Bielik injured. That's not good. Keep me updated. Yeah, just got that one updated there, Brickan. Trying to keep up. Fair play, Wycombe. No one predicted this. Swansea v Norwich. Big game. And Norwich will be without Buendia in basically the most difficult game they can play. When you're top, second place away is the most difficult game. And they're without their best player. And we all know Norwich's record with or without Buendia tends to fluctuate, doesn't it? Much better with him than without him. We think he's going to be suspended for 2 games. Alex says, half-time, we're 1 up. I'm going to shock you here. Not a game of full quality. Alistair wants to see the live league table. Let's throw it up for the sake of Alistair and everybody watching. I've gone too far. There we go. Can we see that? So Swansea will be happy with this. Norwich dropping points and Brentford, as it stands, dropping points. Reading will also be happy with it. Big win for them last night. Swans can go 3 points above Watford. Watford play on Monday, though, so they can push and make a difference there in the game left over. We have a red card. Reece Norrington-Davis has been red carded for a dangerous tackle on Juninho Bakuna. Anybody watching that? Red card for Reece Norrington-Davis of Stoke on loan from the Blades. We'll just quickly go down that table. Bristol City are behind. Stoke are level. Blackburn level. Preston losing. Barnsley level. Luton level. So no one in the top half other than Swansea are winning at the moment. Yes, I do understand that first, third, fourth, sixth and seventh are not playing. Port Vale 4, Southend 0 before half-time. Ouch. 3 the Ipswich 9. That's all I'll say. Oh, it's the Southampton 9 as well, isn't it? Goodness me. In the bottom half, Millwall are going to go up to 14th as it stands. Huddersfield level, Coventry level. Derby are going to go up to 18th, continue their good form, but they've got to play the second half without Christian Bielik, who's been one of their best players since his return. Birmingham and Forest level. Birmingham slide into 20th now as the tide has risen around them. Good news, though, for all concerned down there, other than Rotherham, is that Rotherham are losing, and they set the tone for it being in 22nd for, how serious the tide is rising. It's all about that 22nd team in terms of sucking teams down into the relegation zone. Wednesday are winning. If Sheffield Wednesday win, they will go on to a record over their last 6 games of 13 points in 6, which is top 2 form for Wednesday under Mr. Neil Thompson. Let's have a look. 0-0 half-time for Ipswich. Blades do overpass in that final third at times. Yeah, I used to think that, Lee, when they were going up. And then they'd always prove me wrong. The one extra pass was the vital one, wasn't it? But yeah, I'm sure there's a tendency when you're at the bottom and not confident. Have Ipswich got any decent fit left-backs? No. Well, we have an ageing Stephen Ward and a not very good Miles Kenlock from what I'm hearing today. What are you going to do? No piling. Respect all pro footballers, obviously, but not all pro footballers are equal. Stoke down to 10, yes. Not good. Watford, Brentford, Reading all have to go to Norwich. However, I feel Norwich play better away from home. There you go. Norwich's home record's pretty damn good, though, isn't it? Only Watford have more points at home than Norwich. Alex says the Dragons have put some good balls into the box. Moore has been a handful, and it's been a very good battle between Moore and Coops. Sounds fun. Is Harry Wilson on the bench again? Mick's going to ease him in. He's going to get all the people that will follow his instructions to a T first, won't he? Liam is watching the big grudge match there. Frustrating for MK Dons. Jerome and Mason have been beyond pathetic. Need reinforcements up top there, but Russ Martin's doing a good job over at MK Dons, isn't he? Brickhand says Swans goal difference plus 18, Watford's plus 12. They need to win by 6 goals to go second on Monday. I think Watford will just be happy to be in the chase, having changed managers. Won't they? Swans play their typical 2-0. Will, how many times have we seen it already? They got it down, haven't they? Look, yes. I still maintain in terms of Swansea, they may not be as defensive as, say, a Stoke or, Reading are very good defensively. They may not be as good going forward as a Brentford or a Norwich, but the balance is great for Swansea, isn't it? You've got to admire that. Iain says half-time, 0-2, quality counts, nothing in it until Hurahan scored. Then Swans took total control, a very, very good side. Miller's competing well, but being outclassed in the last 15. Steve Cooper, very well thought of amongst our subscribers. He's doing a great job at Swansea, isn't he? Cardiff Millwall says, Chris, scrappy and swirling win, fortunate goal after which Cardiff were very direct. Who'd have thunk it, hey? Good defending against us. Keystone Bell got one off the line. We've had our moments, but hanging on a bit. Alex says, most even game I've ever seen this, both stats and on the eye. Well, Wednesday are leading. Got to say, a 2-0 win is the mark of a quality team. 1-0 is too fine, as long as create chances for 2 and 3. Yeah, I know what you mean. I do sometimes think, though, if you take the example of like Norwich this season, where they've won a lot of games by 1, but they've gone up against the low block and been very patient and had, just worn them down. That's also the mark of a good team. Obviously, you prefer to win all the games 2-0, but what are you going to do? What on earth has happened to Bournemouth? Well, let's actually look at this, because I think I think people need to look at Bournemouth's next few games. Chris pointed this out yesterday in the chat. Yes, they've had a bad run. Jason Tyndall's first bad run. But the next 5 games, Wednesday at home, Birmingham at home, FA Cup, Forest away, Rotherham at home, QPR away. So there is every chance of a regression to the mean, and Bournemouth could pick up 9, 10, 11 points from the next 5 games, and they'll be right back in it if they do. So, yeah, I think it's a bit soon. Look, if they're still slipping after those 5 games, then Mr. Tyndall's going to be under a lot of pressure. Owen says, lucky you're doing Championship. We are doing your game. We've got plenty watching it. I've heard about this disgraceful performance, Owen. O'Shea substituted after 25 minutes, I think, and other missed chances for Fulham. Right, guys, please indulge me. We are doing a 3.5-hour super stream. I'm going to take a very small break. The stream is going to return in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Go and make a cup of tea or what have you. But you're just going to get a countdown clock for the next 2 minutes because I need to visit the bathroom, go and grab a Pepsi, and I will return in 2 minutes. Please don't go anywhere. The Saturday super stream will be back for second halves in 2 minutes' time. Stay right where you are. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. You are watching the Saturday Super Stream. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. I just ran down the stairs to get a can of Pepsi and ran back up again. And now I'm all out of breath and terribly unfit. We are at half time. Those are our scores down there for our Saturday Super Stream games. 2 in the dearly departed zone there in the Premier League. Man City 1, Sheffield United 0, West Brom 0, Fulham 1. Sounds like it could have been worse for West Brom. In the Championship, Norwich drew 0-0 with Borough earlier. Birmingham 1, Coventry 1, Blackburn 0, Luton 0, Brentford 2, Wickham 2, Humdinger there. Cardiff 0, Millwall 1, Derby 1, Bristol City 0, Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1, Forest 0, Derby 0, Rotherham 0, Swansea 2. Good day for them. Wednesday 1, Preston 0. In League One, we are following Crew 0, Ipswich 0. Will it be Paul Lambert's final act as Ipswich manager? Let's just reset and do a quick couple of plugs. We say thank you as ever to David, fan of the channel and happy to support great content. He is our Saturday Super Stream sponsor. Thank you very, very much. David, you too can support the channel over on Patreon. We're now working towards regular shows, a weekly schedule over there on top of what we're doing here on YouTube. Best way to support my work here in the channel. You can also support via Super Chat any point in the broadcast. However, the King of the Bin honour has gone already, and I can't pronounce our Swansea friend who got it earlier. Thank you also, Dan Van Cleef. Nice Super Chat earlier. But for absolutely none of your money whatsoever, hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And the most important thing you can ever do on this channel is comment with your views. Keep the debate going, keep the knowledge and all of our knowledge as well rising in the chat. Right. Let's get back into the comments. And here says, Fulham, utterly shambolic from West Brom. Their midfielders are getting bullied by Anguissa. I thought it was pathetic to take O'Shea off. Oh, dear. Could be a big win for Fulham, especially given Newcastle won earlier, didn't they, at Everton? Brian Clough said, great teams win 1-0. Well, you couldn't have a better endorsement than that, could you? Do I tell my Brian Clough story now? Probably told it a million times. I met Brian Clough when I was a young kid. It was brilliant. End of. Fulham game could finish 5-0. Well, I'm sure Big Sam will be pleased that it's only 1-0 and he gets another go. Vaughan should have one eye on the Derby game in midweek. This one has gone. What do you mean, Iain? Would you pull some key players off? Is that what you're saying? That would be the pragmatic thing to do. Let me know when the game you're watching kicks off in terms of the second half. We should be getting second halves starting anytime soon. It's 3 minutes past 4. George says you should try ginger Pepsi Max. It sounds awful, George. I don't know if I could do it. It might be one of those things that you have to taste, but not sure. Not sure. Crew were 15th when we beat them earlier in the season. Now they're 9th. Bits is talking Ipswich. We are rubbish against top 10 sides. We are indeed. What are your thoughts on Preston? Do you think they're good enough for the top 6? If you ask me, do I think they're going to make the top 6, Dan? No, I don't think they're going to. I think they've been too erratic in the first half of the season. And I think, dare I say, especially if Bournemouth regress to the mean over their next 5 games, which are easier, I think there's a few lock-ins already for playoff places, aren't they? Norwich aren't going to finish outside the top 6. Swansea aren't, are they? Not the way they're going at the moment. Brentford don't look likely to finish lower than 6th. Watford have got such a strong squad. Reading have been brilliant. It's only Bournemouth that any one of these teams could get. And then you need an Aston Villa, Dean Smith, Jack Grealish type run to get anywhere near. And go figure, they're the only team in 20 years to do that. 10 wins on the trot by the Villa in 2018-19. Brighton won about 20 games by 1 goal a year. Would that have been under Chris Hughton? I bet it was, wouldn't it? After all this chat, everything dictates West Brom will cling on and bag an 89th minute equaliser. Wow, who'd be a Fulham fan if that happens? Ricky says, how does the Birmingham team have on paper be in the position it is, strongest squad? Yeah, I quite like some of the Birmingham team on paper. So that would point to the pattern of play, wouldn't it, Ricky? Agree with you there. Hall players off after an hour, Crooks, Lindsay Smith, etc. The other top 6 teams won't be pleased to hear you saying that, Iain, but Rotherham have got to look after Rotherham, not the rest of the top 6. Don says, do you think Reading could be dark horses for the automatics? And as we speak, it is West Brom 1, Fulham 1. Let me flip over to BBC, and West Brom have equalised and Fulham will be furious. So we are down the left-hand side. Pereira crosses it in. Oh, why has that defender left it? I think VAR will have a look at that one for offside. Who's that on the near post? Leaves the cross there. Oh, no, the cross takes a deflection. I beg his pardon. And it's stuck into the back of the net by Kyle Bartley, I think. No VAR. There you go. West Brom 1, Fulham 1. Ouch. Just after what we were saying, Scott Parker will be furious with that. They've conceded 2 minutes into the second half. Wow. Don asked, do I think Reading could be dark horses for the automatics? Not yet, no. But, God, if the next 6 games are like the last 6 games, then people are going to start believing that. I'm now convinced. It's taken a while for me to be convinced that they're a playoff team, but they looked so good last night, didn't they? So one thing at a time in terms of my convincing. Scott Parker must be fuming. Close up there on BBC of the Fulham manager, whose team, from everything we've heard from the guys watching on BBC, whose team absolutely dominated that first half, but have let West Brom equalise just 2 minutes into the second half. Where was I? Sky Sports News HD. How do I add that one to favourites? God, I'm useless with this remote. Oh, dear. There we go. We just click on it. Right, half times seem to be over. We got that goal straight away from West Brom. Double change from Birmingham. Gardner and Roberts, it looks like, for Terrell and Clayton. Birmingham level 1-1 with Coventry at half-time. Let's have a look at your comments here. Michael says, Wickham missing 2 players from its back lineup, so very vulnerable. Ikpeazu, our striker, who's been out since the beginning of the season, came back last month, which means we are now dangerous up front. Yeah, looks a player, doesn't he? Ikpeazu. I thought that goal he scored, I forget who it was against, with the left foot where he curled it in, was a bit of a fluke. But this one today, maybe I was wrong about that. Hell of a goal today. Kyle says, boring Ipswich so far as ever. Not good. Peterborough losing, which may be good news for Ipswich. Late winner for Big Sam on the cards. Wow. If Fulham lose this one. I mean, what will likely happen is that the game will end a draw, which is absolutely no help for either team. And that's why these teams are down there, because they can't, they haven't got that winning mentality and belief. Alex Neil, such an angry little man, isn't he? I really like Karanka, but as an outsider, Birmingham could be touching mid-table or higher if they played some more attractive attacking football. Could be. It's difficult looking at a TV, computer and a tablet. God, isn't it? I've got a phone here with the notifications as well into the bargain. To be fair, I've turned the iPad off now because it was too far outside of my shot and I can't be dealing with having Ipswich on. I'll watch on replay tomorrow morning. I think you're thinking of Onyedinma. Dinma. It's the really quick one. Ikpeazu is a really big, powerful one, isn't he? Here is the Shrewsbury goal, which is going to be scored by Chapman. Was he linked with Blackburn? Is that right, Chapman? I think he possibly was, wasn't he? Shrewsbury lead 1-0 against Peterborough. No goals in the Championship yet in the second half of these games. We had that massive glut of goals and a huge total in the first half in our games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 goals in the first half. So we just include normal time. We got a goal every 3 minutes in the first half. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Sky have gone to the game between Blackburn and Luton Town. I think we're about to see a chance. This one's 0-0 at the moment. Blackburn in quite good form. 7 points in 3, I believe. They could really push on with a win today. Go to 10 points in 4. No chances shown in that one. Let me know how your game is progressing. Thoughts are with Steve Cottrell. Yes, he's not been well, has he? Used to manage Liam's lot, didn't he? Bristol City boss back in the day, wasn't he? Kieran Dewsbury Hall puts a free kick over the bar. Maybe that's why they went. Lewis says, I don't care if we win now. We are ruined. Ryan Conway said you could hear Bielik screaming in pain from the press box. Ouch. Fingers crossed, because Bielik had a horrible injury last season as well, didn't he? Fingers crossed that's not bad. Hate for the same player to get, hate for any player to get long-term injury, but God, 2 in 2 seasons. Not good. Who you backing to win, says Will. Stoke versus Huddersfield. God, it's Stoke, isn't it? Draw. Still in hospital. Yeah, good luck to Cottrell then. And Brandon wants a Bristol City goal. They are behind at Derby, but as Lewis says, a Derby team without the excellent Christian Bielik. Still no championship goals since half-time. The glut started in 4 minutes back in the first half. What is Brad Potts' natural position? I think Alistair, the Preston fan here, will be able to answer you that one better than me. I'll plead the 5th on that one. It ruins players, Ben. Look at George Fawn. Sensational in 2-leg injury. Was never the same player. Yeah, it really can do, can't it? We have a goal. It's Brentford 3, Wycombe 2. A 5th goal in the game between Brentford and Wycombe. And bad news for Swansea and for Norwich and for Reading and for Watford and for Bournemouth in the top 6 there. Brentford lead. And this streak continues. Brentford. Someone help me in the chat. Is it 18 unbeaten, 17 unbeaten for the Bees? Ali McCoyce takes his glasses off. He's going to tell us about the goal. What a striker Ali McCoyce was. Messi falls to Tony Fosu. Oh dear. Wycombe just got caught completely static there. I think there was like a handball shout or something as the ball dropped down. Tony plays it to Tariq Fosu. He's in really good form, isn't he? And it is a 3-2 to Brentford. We'll have a look at the live league table. Should we have a fun game as well? Shall we play what minute are Crew going to score the inevitable goal to beat Ipswich 1-0? Anyone want to guess the minute? I don't know whether we can have a prize for the winner. So I'm just trying to find Brentford. There we go. Brentford 3, Wycombe 2. Quite the game between Brentford and Wycombe there. 5 goals in that one. 18 unbeaten. Wow. On Brad Potts. There you go. There's the answer. Naturally a central, often on the left of the 3. He specialises in attempting and horrifically missing long shots. Oh, here's some Crew predictions. There we go. 87th, 67th, 63rd. Remember what you said, because it'll be half a mile up the page by the time we get to some of these. 83rd, 0-0. There will be no Crew winner. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? 90, 73, 94. Everyone can get behind a game that involves predicting the misfortune of my god-awful team to support sometimes. We love them, of course. We love our clubs, but there we go. Hughes injured in warm-up last week, now gone down, holding his knee. Cunningham, second debut. Yeah, Greg Cunningham back at Preston. I really desperately need to get that transfer update done. I've been promising that video for about 3 days now, haven't I? And it's not going to get done tomorrow morning, is it, either, for goodness sakes? Although there'll be loads going through on Monday, won't they? Transfer deadline day on Monday. Bits, he's watching. He says in the next 5 minutes, I'm not being negative, honestly. 77-minute for Crew. Didn't Nucky Wells start? I thought it was Wells and Jeju up front, Brandon. Although if you're watching, you probably know better than me. Maybe a missed penalty, I think. Or is this absolutely live? No, Lincoln have a penalty. Who's that? George Grant? Horrible pitch, but I think that's the same up and down the country. Well done to groundsman. Snow and torrential rain all over the weekend. Here comes Grant, right-footed. Lincoln right up at the top of the league with Hull, aren't they? All saved. Now, did the keeper move early there? And will we get to see a replay? No, no goal line technology or replays in League One. Good save. We'll put it down to fancy a swap, Ben. Paul Lambert for Callum Patterson. Yep. I'll shake on that one. We'll take him. Only one goal in the championship in the second half so far. It was Tariq Fosu who put Brentford 3-2 up over Wycombe. What we didn't do was look at the live league table when that happened. And you can see Brentford, as it stands, will go into third. So Norwich only drawing today by their high standards. And it looks like Swansea and Brentford will both make up 2 points if things stay as they are. Watford play on Monday against QPR. They've gone back to Ali McCoy. Does that mean there's been another goal, Brentford-Wycombe? Oh, is there a penalty? There is a penalty. Penalty between Brentford and Wycombe. I couldn't quite see who's conceded that. It's Fred Onyedinma. He takes too long to clear the ball, and I think it's Kanyos nicks in ahead of him. And the ref has called a penalty on that one. The Wycombe players are furious. Ivan Toney is... They're all trying to get around him and get into his head. So Brentford could go 4-2 up here. Crystal Palace have just scored against Wolves. Wolves who are sliding down the table, aren't they? Right, here comes Tony with the penalty. Now, he normally strolls up, waits for the keeper to go and goes in the other corner. He's a very calm penalty taker. So... the Wycombe keeper Allsop needs to stand as long as he can. Tony waits for him to go. It works every time, doesn't he? Tony scores. When will a goalkeeper try and stare him out, phase him out? Because he always waits and waits. He's almost as predictable as Troy Deeney from the penalty spot. And Brentford go 4-2 up. 56 gone in that one. 6 goals in one game for us today. I'm just going to see the Palace goal. Wow. Eze, I think. Yeah, smacks that one in. There we go. We're like proud parents with Eze, aren't we? A proper championship graduate doing great things in the Premier League with Palace. Ivan Toney, I believe that now puts him out in front as the championship top goal scorer. And you can guess what has happened at Crew. Crew 1, Ipswich 0. Did anybody have 59 minutes other than Bits saying it will be in the next 5 minutes? Goodness me. Charlie Kirk has possibly scored the goal that could finish Paul Lambert. I wonder. Paul Lambert's fallen out with a lot of Ipswich players from what we hear. And if they were to see things out, maybe they could expedite change there, let's just say. Not that we want to see players throwing managers under the bus, but Bit says, easy goal for Crew, low shot into the bottom corner. Holly, no chance. 63, you're close, John. There you go. Crew 1, Ipswich 0. Not that I particularly want to see the goal, but hey, I'm on the Blue Monday podcast tomorrow, so I'm going to need to at some point. Charlie Kirk is the goal scorer. And good news for our friend Liam. AFC Wimbledon 0, MK Dons 1 in the biggest of grudge matches between those two. We'll trade you, Lambert, for Karanka. Deary me. Yeah, just rank. I knew Charlie Kirk. You did say that, to be fair, Stephen. I'll give you that one. Who would I want? Liam, it's got to the point now where what appears to be happening is so ridiculous that anyone competent will get that team in the top 6. At League One level, Ipswich and their squad and their size in comparison, especially with all the other teams who rely on gate receipts not even having any, it is so poor if they're just in mid-table. So poor. But what are you going to do? I tell you what we'll do. Let's increase my pain levels even more and have a look at the live League One table. Oh, God. I mean, look at the state of it. It's going to be a 4th defeat in 5, and Ipswich are going to drop. It's going to be a 10th defeat of the season if it stays the same. Ipswich are going to drop to 11th, and they will be 5 points off the playoffs, okay, albeit with a game in hand on 3 of the teams in the top 6. But, yeah, absolutely dire, isn't it? Absolutely dire at Ipswich at the moment. Right. Let's just quickly rattle through our results. In fact, MK have scored 2 in 2 minutes and go 2-0 up at AFC Wimbledon in the grudge match. Matt O'Reilly and Matthew Sorinola are the goal scorers for MK. Right, get your money on Carlton Morris then. Drinks are on Jamie if you win. Or the other way round, I think. Barnsley, only one of 2 games, I think. Only Blackburn, Luton and Forest Barnsley currently at 0-0 of all of our games. Let's just do a quick reset. It's Man City 1, Sheffield United 0, West Brom 1, Fulham 1, Norwich 0, Borough 0 was the 12-15. That's over. Birmingham 1, Coventry 1, Blackburn 0, Luton 0. Brentford 4, Wickham 2. Brilliant game going on there. Cardiff 0, Millwall 1. Derby 1, Bristol City 0. Christian Bellick badly injured, we're hearing. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1. Forest 0, Barnsley 0, Rotherham 0, Swansea 2. Wednesday 1, Preston 0. And in League One, it is Crew 1, Ipswich 0. Woof. Oh, you're joking. West Brom have gone 2-1 up. Wow. I'm just going to switch across to BBC and have a look at that one. Can you believe it? I think Fulham played them off the park in the first half. And is that Matt Pereira? Who's that crossing the ball? Is that the new signing? Pereira on the near post, left-footed, deflects, spoons up past Areola and into the corner. Unbelievable. You all predicted it, didn't you? So 66 minutes. Excuse me. West Brom 2. Fulham 1. Matthias Pereira. What a turnaround. Goodness me. Oh, goal back for Rotherham against Swansea. Messi. Hamza, go on, Hamza. There you go. Head in hands at half-time, 2-1 up. It's almost like Big Sam knows what he's doing, isn't it, hey? Although not if the first half's anything to go by. Right, let me just update. Right. We need to go back to Sky Sports News. Oh, God, which one is it? 406, 407, 408? Dear oh me. There we go. 409. Right. And Rotherham, Freddie Ladapo, long throw in. Oh, it comes off a Swansea head. That's excellent from Ladapo, though. Standing jump, really good leap, and then great neck muscles to head that into the corner. Nice goal by Ladapo. That one, and all changed maybe. We were talking about possibly Brentford drawing and Swansea winning. Only one goal in it now, and it is 2 goals in it at the Brentford game against Wycombe. So Rotherham getting one back there in the 65th minute through Ladapo. Rotherham 1, Swansea 2. Let's just make sure the ticker's updated. Someone will correct me if it's not, I'm sure. And plenty of goals. All of those today. You can't see because of the light, can you? There you go. You see my pathetic handwriting as well. What are you going to do? Oh dear, Bit says, R.I.P. Ipswich. Yes. Brandon, have you got the bin today? The bin hasn't need to be opened. We haven't had any buffoonery or fake news. Nobody's been slandering my good name or besmirching my character in a kind of vicious, recalcitrant way. So we've not needed to open the fake news sin bin. Preston should have scored, says Dan. Preston coming strong. Now, Preston goal coming, we think. We're going to see a Preston chance here now. Mollenby into the box on the right-hand side. Low cross. Ooh. I think that's the chance you guys telling me about. Ben Whiteman, left-footed arriving. To be fair, a lot of pressure on the shooter there, but a very good position there. Tony's watching Brentford. Janelt's come on for Jensen. How's the game? How's the game? The game state generally there, Tony? Is it as crazy as it's looking? One more, please. Rotherham, says Alistair, with his Reading hat on, no doubt. We're seeing a chance for Manchester City here. Oof, good save Ramsdale there to his left. Jack says, I have a feeling we're going to lose this with a Blues badge there, representing Birmingham here. It's 4:28, so we're kind of sort of 25 minutes away from full time. If you add on all the stoppage time, we're normally here past 5 o'clock, aren't we, on the Saturday super streams? An extra hour for you today, guys. So please hit the like button up the top there. It's a long old haul, but I'm going to have a takeaway afterwards. We love it, hey. We love it. Nice save by Ramsdale, agreed, from Zinchenko. Alex says, Windass coming on. There really isn't any point in Jack Marriott, is there? Bless him. I saw a game between Derby and Barnsley last... Was it Derby and Barnsley? I'm sure Marriott missed like 4 one-on-ones, bless him. And Mick McCarthy is going to be happy because it is Cardiff 1, Millwall 1. We're back at Brentford, though, first. A long ball in from the chairboys there. Wickham Ikpeazu. Oof. He gets it down. He's just slipping backwards as he hits the shot there. Skies it over the top. We're just waiting to find out about Cardiff's equaliser against Millwall. Big Kiefer Moore is the goal scorer. Mick McCarthy famously said at Ipswich, every point's a prisoner. He doesn't mind a draw, does he, Mick? And Kiefer Moore, are we ready for a back post header? Or are we ready for a near post header? Or maybe a header from the middle of the 6-yard box. Let's see what Big Kiefer's been up to down in Wales. Michelle Owen is going to tell us. It's 1-1. Cardiff equalising. Joe Bennett inside. It looks like Harry Wilson is on. And we're not going to get a header at all. Lovely goal by Kiefer Moore there. It's a straight ball through by Wilson. Excellent from him. Moore makes the angled run and then cuts the shot back in across Bialkowski. 1-1. Cardiff 1. Millwall 1. Let me update the ticker. Good goal by Moore. Chance for Crystal Palace in one of the games we're not covering. Oh, they've hit the crossbar. Probably will be feeling that they should be 2-0 up as Wolves continue their slide in form at the moment. What do we got here? Tony, I can read that, but I can't put it on the screen. Periodically, us and Wickham have a something crazy game. Last time we played them at Griffin Park, we won 5-2. Wouldn't surprise me if this ends 8-6. Tremendous. We got Will, a happy Cardiff fan there with that equaliser. Can they go on and get the winner? Now we are doomed. Lecco has come on for Sanchez. Jonathan Lecco on for Birmingham. That's the best autocorrect of the day there on Annie's phone, presumably. West abdomen for West Brom. The west part of my abdomen. I used to say that when I used to watch wrestling as a kid. Oh, my God. Shuts to the abdomen. Oh. So close. Bannon. Nearly 2-0 Palace. It's 1-1 West Brom on my screen. Thank you, graphics. Let's change that because the Baggies have come back and are 2-1 up. Let's say hello to the dogs. Somebody's probably dared to just walk past the front door or something. Woof, woof, woof. It's 4:32. Let's do a time check and see which game's going to finish last today. There's always 5 minutes difference, isn't there? You can see that Brentford, Wickham and Derby, Bristol City are going to be the ones we're hanging on for. Huddersfield, Stoke as well, all only 70 minutes in. Should have reminded you that Stoke are down to 10 men. Reece Norrington Davis sent off just before the end of the first half. Our first ones to finish should be Forest Barnsley and Cardiff Millwall. They've both played 76. So basically we're now coming in to the last 20 minutes of the action in this Saturday Super Stream. Put your hands up if you've been here since the start, because it's just clicked over 3 hours we've been on the stream. A proper Super Stream. Comment of the day. I like your hair. Could do with a wash, couldn't it? I've given up on this. I'm on the cider. Enjoy, Liam. Catch you tomorrow. Oh, chance for Blackburn there. Header on the back post. Is that Big Gallagher? Dan Ayala. Dak plays one around the corner. Gallagher into the box. Low cross. Half cleared. Oh, Tyrese Dolan. Shot blocked and deflects up and over the bar. And some really good news if you're a Swansea fan. Rotherham 1, Swansea 3. Wow. Swansea came under pressure from Rotherham. They got it back to 2-1, did the Millers. But Swansea are just in the mood at the moment, aren't they? They are, I called them durable after the game against Brentford, where they should have lost, really. And durable is exactly what they are. Fulton, who was rested today, has got the third goal. And I don't know how much he knew about that. He'd give it the John Cena celebration there. Nice. Jay Fulton putting that one in on the near post. And yes, I am aware that Fulham have equalised. I've just flipped over to BBC. Beautiful cross. What a cross that is. Who put that in? Harrison Reed. Brilliant cross. Who heads that in on the back post? God, BBC's coverage is really bad compared to Sky's, isn't it? Ivan Cavaliero. We finally get a reasonable picture. 2-2. Cavaliero in 77 scoring for Fulham, who, from what everybody was telling me, most definitely deserve something from this game on the basis of their first half performance. And Ivan Cavaliero has brought them level. Let me just update the ticker. So a couple of goals in quick succession there. Swansea are now 3-1 up. Are they home and hosed? And West Brom Fulham is now 2-2. 4:09. I never remember what channel Sky Sports News is on. There we go. Right, quick reset down the bottom there. Man City 1, Sheffield United 0, West Brom 2, Fulham 2, Norwich 0, Borough 0, Birmingham 1, Coventry 1, Blackburn 0, Luton 0, Brentford 4, Wycombe 2, Cardiff 1, Millwall 1, Derby 1, Bristol City 0, Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1, Forest 1, Forest 0, Barnsley 0, Rotherham 1, Swansea 3, Wednesday 1, Preston 0, Crew 1, Ipswich 0. Those are our scores. Only 2 games currently going. That are, and I've just seen something flash up there, only 2 games that are currently 0-0. Ipswich have equalised. Aaron Drinan, that must be his first goal of any meaning, certainly, for Ipswich. Is Crew 1, Ipswich 1. Is that a job-saving goal for Ipswich there, for Paul Lambert, for Aaron Drinan has got the goal. Crew 1. Ipswich 1. There we go. Does he keep his job at 1-1? This is the question, isn't it? This is the question. Greg Cunningham is back. Yeah, what are my thoughts on him? Very popular at Preston, isn't he? Didn't he go for a ton of money? There we go. Ipswich 1-1. Boom. Brickhand says of Swansea, all our central midfielders have scored today. They have indeed, haven't they? Who needs a striker? Well, think how good you'd be with a striker. Right, we're going to see the Ipswich goal. Clipped in over the top. Oh, it's really poor from... it's a rubbish goal. Clipped over the top, I think, by Judge, possibly. And the Crew defender sort of just plays it out of the keeper's way. And Drinan is able to put it in on 75. 1-1. And in answer to John's contract extension, give him a 3-year contract after that. Yeah. Deary me. Instant impact, says Bits. Oof. Chance for Wolves there. Header from a corner. They cannot force it past, what's his name? Guaita, the Palace goalkeeper, who's a good player. In net. Checking a red for Cavaliero. I'll have a look at that, Annie. Thank you. I'm assuming that's been done, as I'm seeing Kenny Tete come on in that game. We'll stay here for a sec. Corner for Fulham. Swung in. Mitrovic. Good header. Johnston gets down and makes the save. And we'll go back to Jeff. There's just more time for me to not be able to use the remote. They've gone to Sue Smith, Derby, Bristol City. So we'll find out what's gone on there. They're only 75 minutes in at Derby. So that one is going to be finishing close to 5 o'clock, we would have thought. Joe Rafferty with a haircut is a different man. There you go. Oh, dear. Crew missing an open goal. About 10 minutes left in a number of these games now. A few back around the 75-minute mark. But let's just bring up the timings of all of this. There we go. 81 at Sheffield Wednesday, 81 at Blackburn, 82 at Cardiff, 83 at Forest, 80 at Rotherham. A bit behind are Huddersfield, 77, Derby, 77, Brentford, 77. Ooh. Rotherham hit the crossbar. Set play there. I didn't quite catch who it was, but Woodman out a bit flapping, and Ian's helped me out there. Matt Crooks hitting the crossbar there. Let's just bring up the live Championship League table. And you will see that Swansea and Brentford are both leading by 2. And both looking like they're going to close up by 2 points on leaders Norwich. Then we have to go all the way down to Derby in 18th. Excuse me. Don't drink Pepsi and broadcast at the same time. All the way to 18th to find a team leading. Derby are winning against Bristol City. And the only other team leading, lots of draws today, is Sheffield Wednesday, who are going to go on to 13 points in 6 games if they can hold out against Preston. Seems to be complete chaos at that club. The fans are not buying in at all, but Wednesday are in really good form in terms of putting the points on the board at the moment. Another good Brentford chance, says Tony. Phillips is on for Livermore. Big Sam is going for it. Yeah, that's about as attacking as he gets, isn't it? Stick Matt Phillips on. In what system did Callum Patterson play up front for Warnock in? He was up front on his own, wasn't he? With like runners off the side of him. Hoylett, and I forget who else was wide. Mendes Lang, possibly. They had a load of strikers, though, in the end. Zahor, Bogle, who's just gone to his about 100th club, hasn't he? Ward. Warnock always liked 5 or 6 strikers, didn't he? Deary me, other cola brands are available. Yeah, but this one's my favourite one. And I'm not the BBC, so I don't have to say that. Chance here for Blades. Ooh, John Fleck, half volley, left foot, just outside the box. That doesn't miss by much, does it? Am I being stupid here? The Sky camera work, or just the cameras, or whatever? Oh dear. Red card for Ipswich. Ted Bishop has been sent off for a second yellow on 82. Oh dear. Yeah, just going back to what I was saying. Anyone notice difference there? I've tried to see the Fulham goal back on BBC. Not the same quality as it was on Sky, but there we go. Bishop, red card. Ouch. 82. Ipswich are going to play with 10 men again. And speaking of again, here we go again at Brentford, who have gone 5-2 up in the 81st minute. Brentford hammering the goals in today. Sky are on a break, so we were on a break. We're not going to see that goal imminently, so let's flash it up on here. And Sergi Canos has put the Bees 5-2 up. Peterborough go 2-0 down as well in League One to Shrewsbury. So Brentford piling on the goal difference now. Another 5 goals scored. Okay, 2 against, but another 3 on the goal difference. Wow. Big goal, this one. Blackburn 1, Luton 0. We'll leave that live league table on. Watch Blackburn jump up a couple of places to 8th. It's Blackburn 1, Luton 0 on 85 minutes. Who's your money on? Elliott, Armstrong, Dack, or Rothwell? Blackburn lead 1-0 against Luton. And yes, there you have it. They've jumped up in the table. We're just waiting for the Blackburn goal scorer, Adam Armstrong. It's like the good old days of earlier in the season today, isn't it? Tony and Armstrong both scoring. Lucas Yao scored last night as well. So Blackburn are going to go up to 8th place. Blackburn are going to be on 10 points in the last 4 games. They are in good form, aren't they? Morris on for Swansea. Yes, Swansea fans excited to see him. 11 games for a win without Parker. And it looks like they should have been out of sight in the first half of this one today. Trevor, weirdly, that's exactly the same score as last time we played Wickham at home. There you go. Blackburn leading. Thank you, Craig. Williams on for Kane. Styles is moving to central mid. I like Styles at central mid, Jamie. I think that's going to be fun. Right. Hopefully we get to see goals by Adam Armstrong and Sergi Canos. We're going to see the Armstrong goal first for Blackburn, which is going to put them on to, like I said, 8th position and 10 points in the last 4. Armstrong with their header. I didn't quite catch. Was that Brereton who heads it on? No, it's Gallagher heads it on. And it's a really good assist, actually, by Gallagher. Just cushion header. Proper Haitley and McCoist stuff, that, for those of you who'll get that reference. What a front two they were. And Adam Armstrong heads in. Just bring up the championship top goal scorers. And I think you can add one more onto both of them. Although SofaScore decides to reset. Let me just, speaking of Ali McCoist, here he is going to tell us about Sergi Canos's goal. They've worked it down the right-hand side with Josh De Silva. Just eases past his, that's a lovely goal by Canos. Classic Josh De Silva. Little drop of the shoulder and glide past his man. Canos sticks it in. Have a look at the top scorers there. So Tony will be on 17. Armstrong will be on 17 as well. I don't think that has updated just yet. Where are we going to get the late goal? Do I need to do any updating in there? I do. Let's just update the ticker at the bottom because Blackburn are leading and Brentford are 5-2 up. Blackburn are not leading anymore. Luton have equalised in the 89th minute. It is Blackburn 1, Luton 1. We thought they were going. Oh, no, it's been disallowed. I tell a lie. Luton have had a goal disallowed. We'll find out about that in a minute, no doubt. But Bet365 told me they'd scored. They haven't. Disallowed. That may be a mistake by Bet365. It has been known. But sounds like Luton at least had the ball in the net. But they've cut back to Manchester City. Handball shout there. Zinchenko literally falls down to his knees and prays to the ref. Where are we getting a late goal today? And where would a late goal change the outcome? At Birmingham it would, at Blackburn it would, at Cardiff it would, at Derby it would, at Huddersfield it would, at Forest it would, and at Wednesday it would. Here's the Luton goal. Free kick whipped in, flicked on. All kinds of a scramble at the back. It's an offside gone. Flag gone up, I guess. Pass. There were so many players arriving on the back post there, and it was impossible to tell without freeze framing that who was offside there. Lots of substitutions at Brentford, their home and host. 3 minutes of stoppage time at the Hawthorns. Thank you, Craig. Unhelpful draw. Brentford have gone 6-2 up. Brentford are on fire, basically. They've scored 6 today, have the Bees. It is Brentford 6, Wickham 2. We were worried about Brentford being flaky in the first half. And we now have an outright leader in the goal scoring charts because Ivan Toney has scored his second and his 18th of the season now. Toney 6-2. Boom. Long ball over the top. Toney is onside. Wow, I need to see that one back. Goes round Allsop. Just clips it over him. Be very interested to see the offside call on that. But he's either got lucky or that's very bad defending from Wickham. We will find out. The unhelpful draw, Hamza. These sides just can't win down the bottom, even against each other, which is why probably we're going to lose 3 of the dearly departed teams to relegation. The good news is that another 3 will replace them. Into stoppage time now in most of our games. 3 minutes stoppage time at Hillsborough, says Dan. Let's just check our timings there. So we are into stoppage time at Wednesday, Blackburn, Cardiff, Forest and Rotherham. Brentford, Derby and Huddersfield just a couple of minutes behind. So as ever, expect to be here past 5 o'clock. 4 minutes added at Rotherham, where Swansea look home and hosed. It is full time. West Brom 2, Fulham 2. Completely unhelpful draw for both sides. I don't believe it. Brentford have gone 7-2 up. 7 for Brentford. I repeat, 7 goals for Brentford. 9 goals in that game. Incredible afternoon for Brentford. Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0. Josh De Silva has got the 7th goal for the Bees. That was a full-time Man City versus the Blades. Big game next. It's Sheffield United versus West Brom. Brentford 7, Wickham 2. Josh De Silva, the floodgates are well and truly open. Full time, Sheffield Wednesday move on to 13 points in 6. Good win for them after losing against Coventry. Slipped in behind Josh De Silva into the box. You know he's going to curve it into the corner with his left foot, and that's exactly what he does. 4th win in a row at home for the Owls, who are having a damn good go at this with the -6 points. Palace have beaten Wolves 1-0. Blackburn 1, Luton 0. Controversial, possibly offside goal disallowed at the end of that one. But Blackburn do have 10 points in 4 games. Here we go again. 7-2. Brentford just scoring goals they should have scored against Swansea in this game. Well, I'm sure if you took one off the 7 today and added it on, I'm sure all Brentford fans would have been happy with that one. David's cashed out on the Acca. Birmingham letting you down. I hope you're still in profit at cash out. 8-6. There we go. Didn't quite happen. Cardiff 1, Millwall 1. Yes, Fulham and West Brom will both get 2 years of parachute payments, not 3 if they're relegated after 1 season. Them be the rules. Brentford started to show the form they had last season, says Craig. I don't think they're starting. I think they're 18 unbeaten now, so it's working. Going great guns. Forest 0, Barnsley 0, full time there. Lee says Man City unimpressive. Rotherham 1, Swansea 3 is a full time. Full time's coming through now in our championship games. Just wanted to show you the bottom of the Premier League as it pertains to the dearly departed. After that unhelpful draw for Fulham and West Brom, the 4-point gap exists still. So they have cut into Brighton by 1 point, I guess, but still 8, 12 and 14 from 21, 21 and 20 games. Doesn't look good for Blades, West Brom and Fulham down there. Blades losing to Man City, big game against West Brom. Next, I suspect we'll cover that on the channel. It's on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Big dearly departed game. That one, come and join me for that. We are still awaiting 2 or 3, I think, championship full times to come through. Although we have full times at a number of the games so far. Here it is on the split screen. Yeah, let's update that Brentford ticker. Can add 2 goals onto that, can't we, for goodness sakes? We try our best to keep up. There we go. 7-2. Who'd have thunk it? So full time, Wednesday 1, Preston 0, Blackburn 1, Luton 0, Cardiff 1, Millwall 1, and Forest 0, Barnsley 0, Rotherham 1, Swansea 3. Still playing at Brentford, Derby, and Huddersfield. Those 3 games were all a couple of minutes behind. We could get a late sting in the tail at Huddersfield or at Derby. I don't suspect that Wycombe are going to score 5 goals in the remaining minutes, so we assume that one is all over. I think it's 1-1 full time. Crew 1, Ipswich 1. The archetypal, unhelpful draw, as I always categorise it. We'll go to the live league tables in just a second. We're just going to wait for Huddersfield and Stoke, Derby and Bristol City, where we don't really need to wait for Brentford because they're 5 goals up in their game. Ipswich hold out 1-1. Yuck. Thank you, James. Says top stream, 5 minutes added. Annie says Brentford away next. Nice. Fingers crossed I might be at that game. We will see. Elliot says, do not diss Wycombe. Been incredible. They're 7-2 down, Elliot. I don't think anyone's dissed them, have they? Wind back and find me any point where I've dissed Wycombe. I'll state some more facts, though. Brentford 7, Wycombe 2. An absolute pulverising. Derby have beaten Bristol City. Christian Bielik injured. Bad news. Beaten by a far superior side, says Iain on Rotherham. Absolutely no complaints. We competed well. Superior quality players with a difference. To be honest, we need results against teams around us if we are to have a chance. Swansea going great guns at the top of the league. We are waiting for Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1, and Brentford 7, Wycombe 2. Full time at Huddersfield. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1 is over. So we can pretty much look with some certainty now at the live league table. Chris says, surprise, surprise. A hard-fought draw for both sides. So a little better than what we already had, but got a full night in. And G has adjusted well to Championship. Another vital point. Sheffield Wednesday, get in, says Emily. 13 points for Wednesday in the last 6 games. They are in fine form, Wednesday, at the moment. MK have beaten Wimbledon. Sorry, AFC Wimbledon 2-0 there. Good result for them. Tony says almost 8 for Brentford. I think we can go to the league table. And sometimes SofaScore goes a bit doolally at this time of the week. Full time at Brentford, and we're all done. So, Norwich drawing earlier against Borough, but maybe the big story from that is Emi Buendia suspended for the next couple of games. Swansea win 3-1 at Rotherham and close the gap up to 4 points. Brentford is full time now. Ignore that. They'll go on to 48. They move above Watford. Watford play at QPR, who are down in 19th, on Monday. They don't play at QPR. They're playing at Watford. I beg your pardon. Reading, great win over Bournemouth last night. Borough, good draw. Norwich. Blackburn have 10 points in 4 games. So are they going to prove to be flat track bullies once again and get close and then drop down the table? Or is this the start of a concerted run for Blackburn? Bristol City lose at Derby, very inconsistent. Lose, win, lose, win, lose. Stoke draw for the 11th time in 27 games this season. That's not as many as Millwall, though, would you believe? Preston lose at Wednesday. Barnsley drawing 0-0 at Forest today. Every point's a prisoner. Luton going down to that late goal by Adam Armstrong at Blackburn. Huddersfield drawing with Stoke. Cardiff mixed bid in 2 games. 2 1-1 draws. Bosch, McCarthy's back. Millwall were on the other end of that 1-1 draw. Coventry, decent form actually still. 7 points in 4 games in the battle of St Andrews. Just don't lose when you're in that bottom 7 or 8 and you've got an advantage over your bottom 8 rivals. Derby, 3 straight wins, but what news of Bielik's injury? QPR play Watford on Monday. Birmingham drawing, and the tide is rising, but good news for Birmingham. They have they're a point further away from the dotted line than they were this morning because Rotherham lost. Forest have got a draw. They're 3 points above the drop zone. Rotherham gave it a good go by the sounds of it, but Swansea were too good for them. Big game between Rotherham and Derby, I think, mid-week. Sheffield Wednesday, as I said, have 13 points in 6 games. They are in rare old form, points-wise. And unfortunately, Wycombe are now 8 points adrift of Rotherham, but 11 points adrift of Forest. With 2 games in hand, but of course, don't add on 6 points. Add on Wycombe's points per game, which is, 0.6, 0.7. So those 2 games, by the evidence of this season so far, are worth less than 2 points for Wycombe. Right. Let me know how you enjoyed the extended format here. If we have a 12:30 championship game, I can start at 1:30, and it can really be a Saturday super stream. We are 3 hours and 31 minutes into the stream. Woof. There we go. Right. Let me know if you want to shout out. I think I'm dying now. I'm going to go off and order a takeaway. We will be back tomorrow. I think maybe I'll put a poll up on YouTube. I've got to do Blue Monday at 11, so I don't want to rush around doing the review and at like 9:30 in the morning. So I'm thinking maybe 5:30 for the review in the evening. Let me know. Maybe I'll put a poll out. Let me make a note to do that. When you guys would want to see that show. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Anir and Leeds 2021. Thank you, Chris, Tony and QPR Forever. Well done. If anyone watched 3 hours and 32 minutes of the Saturday Super Stream, thank you, Iain. And for those of you worrying about it, when the stadiums do open, I think we will keep this show going on Saturdays, and we'll work on me being at matches on every other potential day of the week. Not all of them, but just avoiding the Saturday so we can keep this show going. Right. With all of that being said, quick thank you again for David, who sponsors the Saturday Super Stream. And from a very tired me, it is over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.